Hoosier City. If you and your family are looking for a new place to go take your teeth, I suggest Cormier Family Dentistry. I'm telling you right now, you'll be smiling when you go in, you'll be smiling when you leave. Of course, that smile is going to look a lot better after they've taken care of you. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier are absolutely astounding and outstanding dentists, but their staff also just makes it so easy, so nice, and literally so fun. That's right, I said fun when you go to the dentist. You will have a good time. You'll get great work. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072.
Hey, everybody, it's Russell Hall with Bayou Bell Waste.
This is also Clint McCullough with Bayou Bell Waste. We want to talk to you about our experience here on the Jim Fletcher Show.
Yeah, him and Jacob Hester have been great people to hang out with. And wait, Did you say Jim?
I did say Jim, and you do realize that it's Adam Hester, not Jacob.
Dude, I had him sign my paper.
That's why he looked at you funny. Okay.
Well, listen, regardless of Jim, Tim, Jacob, Adam, these guys are phenomenal, and we advertise with them because of the return that they get for us, and they can do the same for you. Give them a call today.
We here at Bayou Bell Waste sponsor the Bayou Bell Trash Text Line, 318-489-7453. Hey, reach out to them if you want to be a sponsor here on the Tim Fletcher Show. Have a great day.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Jewella, 686-1880.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Good morning. How you doing, boys and girls? This is the Tim Fletcher Show on 1130 The Tiger. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. A little dirt foot to get our day started. Good morning to Rosemary, who's watching on Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page. Derek is there. Joey is there. Gonna get you. I call Joey the bringer of biscuits. The early riser portion of the Tim Fletcher Show is presented to you by Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. 1973. Sports World at 8809 Jewella has been handling your sports needs, whether it's gear, whether it's beauties, whether it's referee outerwear, no Kevlar, just striped shirts. And of course, they are your school uniform headquarters as well. That'll be here before you know it, about a month and a week away. How like that, kiddos who are not awake right now? Parents, your kids are going back to school in about 5 weeks. Oh, we're going to get you all right. Joined in just the studio by our pal Rogers Hampton Jr. Hello, Roger.
Hey, boy. Happy Monday, Fletch. I'm good, man. We are here.
We are here. Good.
Let's start with that.
That's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Adam Hester is here. Good morning, Adam.
How's it going?
Wonderful. Gypsy Grumble Funk Boogie. That's what that is. My hands are so dirty now from just throwing away stuff off that paper. Yeah. H&R touching stuff. That is not the name you want. That's not a good nickname.
I saw that movie in college.
That just came off that one little portion of
we don't even want to start swiping completely, or we'd be sneezing and coughing. And
aren't we supposed to kind of try to protect electronic equipment from dust and lint?
We're supposed to try.
I can see here through this little opening behind Roger's keyboard. It looks like Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's kind of set up a scale over there. Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do. Just have him come up here and snort
It
it.
was like Tony Montana just opened up his briefcase right on the desk here.
Yes. Say hello to my little F9.
It plays spots. I'm ready. It's ready.
Good morning. I'm Sal Governale. It's time now for an SEC update.
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day.
Ooh, by the way, I had me some Red River brews on Friday. Whew. Tasty beverages. Oh, we had the burgers from there. Mm-hmm. Oh, SEC Media Days starts today. Rogers trying to get me off track there. The Missouri Tigers get things started with Barry Odom, Kelly Bryant, Cale Garrett, and DeMarcus Acey. They'll be out there, I believe, from 10:30 till 2:30. I don't know if that's Eastern time or Central time. I think that may be Eastern time. LSU and Florida also on the or in the spotlight today. LSU is set to go from 2:30 to 6:30, or is it 1:30 to 5:30? I don't know. Coach O, Joe Burrow, Grant Delpit, Lloyd Cushenberry representing the Tigers. Dan Mullen, Felipe Franks, LaMichael Perrine, and Jabari Zuniga are representing the Gators on day one of the 4-day festival in Hoover, Alabama. After a year in Atlanta, SEC Media Days returns to their mostly permanent home.
This
outside Birmingham.
SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street.
Who's excited for SEC Media Days?
I mean, it means football's closer, but I don't. But we're gonna be all right this year. Be pretty good, probably, maybe. Got
So-
these guys back and these other guys left, and I'm still the coach. And here's me shaking hands with another guy who's a coach from another team, and we're laughing. And
Wow.
kind of the same thing.
I did not expect such a negative reaction to SEC Media Days.
Yeah, you probably did.
I guess considering the source.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably did.
that's all of them. Though. That's not just SEC. It's just
Oh, the Big 12 going on as well.
yeah, they're at Jerry World this week.
Couldn't they do the Big 12 Media Days just like in the drive-through of a Whataburger because of the lack of interest? Just have like one media guy in the window. All right, Mark Harmon, what do you got for us this year? Well, we're going to be pretty good at quarterback, despite what Terry Bradshaw says. Sam Ellinger is going to be really
No,
good.
now he doesn't know his name. Yeah.
Ellinger? Ellinger.
Either way, it's fine.
Okay. Going to be pretty good. All right, Texas Tech. Hey, I'm Cliff Kingsbury. I don't coach here anymore. Okay, next, who's up? Hey, I'm Les Miles. I'm going to eat some grass. We don't serve grass here at Whataburger, sir. Do you want a sausage biscuit? Do you want a Sprite with that? What do you want, sir? We're still going to suck. All right, Kansas is through. Baylor, we'll just kind of skip past you as well. Oklahoma, who you got? We got another Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. All right, that's a good deal. Thanks a lot, Oklahoma. That concludes our Big 12 Media Days here at the Whataburger drive-thru.
What would be different between the SEC other than those four other teams?
Because there's an extravaganza.
No. It's in Hoover, Alabama, for crying out
It's
loud.
next to a mall.
Yeah. I've been to that mall. It's like every other mall, just a little bit bigger.
See any mine flayers there?
No.
Any Russians underneath the ground?
Be a good place for one.
Alabama, big red army. I think season 3 of Stranger Things is based actually on Nick Saban.
That mall is not all that unsimilar.
No, it's not. I think they still have an esprit, to be honest with you. And maybe a Florsham shoes. You know what's weird about Florsham shoes? Is that if you think about it, Florsham shoes,
It's
shouldn't it
pronounced
be
Florsham.
spelled Florsham? It should be spelled with 2 O's because your shoes are on the floor. But it's only got 1 O. How hard would it have been like, hey, guys, I know my name is Florsheim that started this, but people are going to wear these walking on the floor. It'll be easier for people to remember our name if we make
floor part of our name.
Theismann rhymes with Heisman.
Exactly.
Thiesman does not.
Right.
Okay.
You got to kind of get with the program here, man. I don't know. Just like you can't spell SEC Media Days without me. That's what the media thinks about the media days.
I thought you were about to say you were about to like jump in the car and head that way or something.
Let's see. 2:30.
Oh yeah.
8 hours. Can I get there in 8 hours to Birmingham?
Yeah.
3 hours to Jackson, right? 3.5 hours to Jackson.
Isn't it like 9 to Atlanta?
Yeah, I think I can get to Birmingham in time for this. I don't have a credential. Oh, they let me in, wouldn't they?
Sure.
Face is my pass.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That guy.
You can show them, there's, look at all these things I've done. Look, Google my name. See, Google my name. That's the new, my face is my pass.
Yeah.
Google my name.
6:13 the time. A lot on the docket today. Still looks kind of dark and rainy out there, although I don't
it's
think
a little
it's
misty.
Yeah. It's getting a little misty in here just because of the dust that's settling around. Good gosh. Never do spring cleaning a minute and a half before going on the air. Yeah. Something we probably should do at 10:01, not 5:58. I told Rogers not to get out the end dust, but he did. That's another thing. End dust. Great name. Couldn't hold a candle to Pledge. Pledge dominated End dust. Think about it. End dust. What a great name for a product that you use to spray and get dust off of wooden objects. We're going to end the dust. But instead, Pledge just killed it. We never had end dust growing up. I'd go to the grocery store with the parents and stuff, and they'd reach for the Pledge. I'm like, there's a thing called end dust. Never got it. To this day, I never get end dust. I don't even know if they still make it. Probably put thousands of people out of work.
Next time I go to Target, I'll see if they still have it.
Support the end dust.
Yeah.
I'll hand this over to you here in a second, Adam. Trying to charge it up a little bit. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line 489-745. Man, when you get this nose itching, it really does.
Yeah, you
Good
really
God.
do have
Need a Swiffer to just keep in here.
Yes. Well, I thought you meant up my nose.
up here, up your nose.
With a rubber hose.
'Cause I'm just the angle I have on the two computers in front of Rogers. Oh boy.
You don't want me to try.
Yeah.
I can do like this right here and wipe both of y'all out.
You get one of those little Swiffer things where it
Yeah.
stays on the cloth,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah. Not good. You can text us on the Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line 489-7453. 489-7453. Reasonable Aggie Dad says any alleged live reporting from Cupcake at Media Days. That's a good point. Remember last year, Cupcake was in a hotel at SEC Media Days. What's the name of the hotel? Oh,
It's a bread and breakfast.
bed and breakfast. It's Airbnb.
Airbnb.
And Showtime says, good morning, guys. Live and loud from Metropolitan Ida, Louisiana this morning. Whatever y'all do, please don't ever hire the Fox Sports Radio movie trailer voice guy. He gets extremely annoying. There we go. I'll make a point to if his resume comes across my desk, I will just throw it in the trash like I did everything else over here.
From the parking lot of this facility to Hoover, Alabama is 6 hours and 37 minutes.
One bathroom break, that makes it 6 hours, 38 minutes. Because as soon as I open the door, I pee. I don't care where I am. So we take care of that.
Robert J. Wright, pal.
A little late, isn't he?
Get
Yeah.
the coffee.
So 6 hours, 37 minutes, 53, 12, 1 o'clock. I'll be there by 1 o'clock.
You got this.
All right. Okay. Well, guys, I will head out to SEC Media Days, and Rogers and Adam will be back. Give them a call on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130, Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. We will continue the show with Rogers and Adam in studio, and I'll get in the truck and start heading to just I-20
Beautiful
straight,
Hoover,
right?
Alabama. Yeah, right. Yeah, all the way.
All right, Alec, give me a bag packed, if you don't mind, and Have Pierce meet me on the interstate. We'll do the handoff while driving. He's a danger boy. Should be accomplishable. All right, so we'll be back in some way, form, or fashion right after this commercial timeout. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. They are the kings of ham in Shreveport. We know that. Honey baked ham. Speaking of the king.
Mama, that's right, man. They're the king of the honey baked hams in Shreveport, Mama.
Whatever gathering it is, whether it's a family gathering, whether it's a holiday, or whether it's just I want a ham, the king knows.
Honey, please give me a honey baked ham.
Southfield Shopping Center in Shreveport, honey baked ham.
Spring has sprung, and that means a new batch of jobs has popped up, and they are ready for you to take advantage over at First Choice Personnel. Nicole joins us. Hey, Nicole, what's happening with First Choice Personnel right now?
Hey, Tim. We've got a lot going on right now. We've got a lot of open positions for clerical, for administrative assistants, looking for some paralegals at this time. We're looking for a lot of clerical at this time.
797-7810, First Choice Personnel. Get in touch with Nicole. You'll be glad you did.
I'm about to starve.
I don't know, but I want to eat something. I will eat this paper.
I know what I want. I want those Brussels sprouts from Fat Cat at Red River.
Are they not the best?
Yeah, I mean, just that one dish, the Brussels sprouts, would get me there. But, of course,
there's so much more. Fat Calf Boucherie inside Red River Brewing. If you guys haven't tried their brunch, man, oh, man, you're missing it. Sundays, 10:30 to 2. It's amazing.
The French toast.
It's the best I've ever had. Red River Brewing, Fat Calf Boucherie. Chillen Hill, Ashley Ridge in Shreveport, 798-4325. No better proponent maybe than the guy sitting next to me for cryotherapy in the chamber they have there, Adam. What is it that you feel when you step out of the cryotherapy
You feel
chamber?
refreshed. You feel ready to go back out for that next indoor soccer game or that next softball game. Maybe you've got a CrossFit competition coming up, right?
You're looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would use it for after lawn mowing, after maybe a tennis game, maybe a little golf. It really is. Yes. It makes you feel refreshed.
Absolutely.
Chillen Hill. It's shaping up to be a good day at Shapin' Toyota. Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. Reminder, if you want a new Toyota, they will bring it to you here in Shreveport Bossier for your test drive. Shapin' Toyota.
You're on 49. It is so easy to just hit that Burt Coons exit and swoop into Swoop.
If you need to top off your tank, Swoop. Locally owned and operated. Of course you want to support a Shreveport business and a Bossier business on Industrial in Bossier City. But at the Swoop in Shreveport, sweetie.
Those breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches where the biscuits are a mile high.
Ho, 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 ho.
Sausage, egg, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They've
hot
got
coffee
hot
and
coffee,
the OJ.
Clean restrooms. Brighten your day at Swoop.
There it is.
Every single Friday on our show, we have Forcum Friday spotlighting a Northwestern State University Demon athlete or coach.
Ooh, yay! I love that segment. I especially like it when y'all talk baseball because my nephew is a Demon.
That's true.
And don't forget, family tradition, my mother is a Demon.
Ooh, I think I'll just kind of let that one sit there. Forcum Friday.
What is that
Every
supposed to be?
single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Very funny.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Monday morning, you sure look fine.
Oh, sure it does.
Friday, I got traveling on my mind.
Well, that's also not a bad idea. Yes, he does. Well, I got out of the truck and realized that I'd left my toothbrush in the camper, and so I can't go to Birmingham. So I'm going to stick around with you guys, and we'll kind of live vicariously through the 1,000 media members who will be at SEC Media Days. I think last year is gonna be the peak of SEC Media Days. Being in Atlanta was new, so a lot more people that hadn't gone in recent years went. Atlanta could accommodate more people. Back to Hoover becomes kind of more old hat. I think you'll see that 2018 was the apex of SEC Media Days. But still, going to be a lot of people out there. And Joe Burrow, Grant Delpit, Lloyd Cushenberry, and Coach O all going to be featured today starting at 2:30. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. The Bugs are in full sales force mode. Season tickets are available right now when you call the Mudbugs
or if you go to the website, mudbugshockey.com, at about 9 o'clock, you can call Kimberly and the crew at 636-7094, 636-7094, and be a part of the 4th season of Mudbugs Hockey in the North American Hockey League. Be there or be square. Georgia Pond, Hirsch Coliseum. It is a blast. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 489-7453. Of course, the big news yesterday, guys, the Wimbledon men's final. 4 hours, 55 minutes of tennis. Still less time than it took for the Red Sox and Dodgers to play last night.
That game took forever. Yeah.
And it was just a regular season game. This was the final for Wimbledon. First time ever they've gone to a tiebreaker in the 5th set, the new rules. Didn't it kind of come into play after the Josh Isner game where they 39-37 in the 5th set? We got to put an end to this madness at some point. We watched the 5th set, we being Allie and I, until I realized that she insisted that the rules of tennis were dumb, that you shouldn't get 2 turns to serve it over, and that they have too many squares and rectangles to hit the ball into. So I decided to put the tennis match on my iPad.
That's the better way to go.
Yes,
there. Yep.
and finish watching it there. I thought Federer had him up 40-15, 6-5 in the 5th set, I believe. Had him.
I think he had 2 match points.
Yeah, he had 2 match points.
Yeah.
And then, even though he lost those 2 match points, it was still deuce. All he had to do was win 2 more in a row. So at one point, all he had to do was win 2 out of any 5 points, and he could not do it. He sucks. That's my new hot take. Roger Federer's the worst. Is he the worst choker in history? Everybody agree with me that no one choked like Roger Federer did? That's like the biggest choke job ever. Serving for the match. Couldn't quite get it done. Novak Djokovic rallies, wins that game, forces the tiebreaker, and goes on to win in the 5th set tiebreaker. And so the final set tally is 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12. Again, your lottery numbers for the day, 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12. Djokovic now has, I believe, 16 Grand Slam titles, and that was his 4th or 5th Wimbledon title.
I know 16 is correct overall.
Right.
Let's see.
Thank you for crediting me for having the correct answer there, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Your sources say 16?
My eyeballs when they showed the graphic that you also saw after the tennis match.
No, I went back and watched his previous 15 championships to make sure he won them. I am a very thorough journalist, and I didn't even fast forward. I'm like, this is tough.
That was Wimbledon number 5.
Wimbledon number 5. Mambo number 5. What happened to those guys? I bet they're behind the Indust downfall. Wimbledon number 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Federer was looking for Grand Slam title 24?
I think 21.
21?
Yeah.
Where is Nadal and the big three of...
They're 1, 2, and 3 with
Federer on
Nadal,
top, Nadal, and then
Djokovic. Yep.
Djokovic.
And Sampras is 4th.
Who?
Pete Sampras.
Not familiar with him. I didn't see him at Wimbledon playing at all. He must not be very, very good at all. Didn't even make
retired for several years.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pete Sampras reminds me of Robbie Benson or something. Doesn't he kind of look like Robbie Benson? Maybe. Yeah. Sampras was the king.
Like the Disney star that just died.
Yeah, he does. Sampras was the king of tennis from what, 90 to 05? Is that about right? Somewhere in that era?
Wasn't that early, I don't think, because that was still
Agassi and
Lindell.
Rod Laver.
I mean, it was around that time, I guess. No, Laver, no. I mean, it was
Laver was 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
John Newcomb, Arthur Ashe.
John Newcomb, I actually had tennis shirts of John Newcomb and tennis shorts because he had like the one eye. And that was his big signature, is like a closed eye and an eyebrow. I'm like, whoa.
His earliest, let's see. Sampras never won the French Open, by the way. His earliest.
Worst choke artist of all time, Pete Sampras. Couldn't even win in France, or whatever country he is. And that's a place that obviously doesn't know a whole lot about winning since they have to depend on everyone else to win for them.
People are going to start taking you seriously if you keep doing that. Like, they're going to think you really believe that.
What was his first Grand Slam title?
1990 was actually his earliest one. And then it was a gap after that. 93 is when it really took off.
When was his last one?
02.
So, when I said 1990 to 2005, I was right. Because if you turn the 5 upside down, it's a 2.
Congrats.
In my mind, it was a 5, but I had that inverted. Yeah, that 5-2 thing.
He must have been young for that first one. How old was he?
1990? Or how old was he or you?
Yeah, 19 is how old he was when he won that
Who
first.
did he beat in 1990?
Let's see. 1990.
Connors?
He beat Lindell in the
Edberg.
quarters.
I bet Edberg. That sounds about right.
Beat Agassi.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I knew Agassi because Agassi won Wimbledon against Lindell in one of those early, because I remember watching that whole thing. Yeah.
I remember the interview with Lindell before the Agassi match said, if he dies, he dies. I was like, I think he's got that from somebody else. That's plagiarism.
Beat McEnroe in the semifinal.
It's a pretty good little run.
Yeah.
So his era ended 2002.
Mm-hmm.
When did Federer win his first major championship?
Earliest was the 03 Wimbledon.
Right about then.
So there we go. Isn't that kind of right? Sampras, Federer. Yeah. So from 95 to 2020, basically. Yeah. That's 25 years where those two guys have been pretty singing good. And Nadal, of course, how many of his titles are the Australian Open? Doesn't he have 8 of those? It may even be double digits. How many Grand Slam titles does he own?
He's got 16, right? Is that what?
I bet half are at least Australian Open.
No, it's the French.
I mean the French. Play for Australian.
1 Australian, 2 Wimbledon, 3 U.S. Open, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 French Open.
Right. So in the grand scheme of things, if you're trying to say the greatest player of this century, I think it's between Federer and Djokovic now, huh? I think Nadal's even though he's got more titles, I think because he's such a clay court specialist that it kind of detracts from how many U.S. Opens does he have?
3.
How many French Opens?
Just 3.
I mean, how many Australian Opens?
1.
In Wimbledon?
2.
So 6, that's good. I mean, that's obviously a Hall of Fame career without the French Open. But
Djokovic is like, let's see, 3 U.S. Opens,
okay.
1 French Open.
All right.
And
well, once again, that's Nadal's.
It's evenly distributed amongst the Australian and Wimbledon there. It sees 1, 2, 3, actually 7 Australian and 5 Wimbledon.
And Federer?
Federer's is just 1 French Open, and then the rest of them pretty close. Let's see, 6 Australian, 8 Wimbledon, and 5 U.S. Opens.
That's pretty impressive.
Federer's got the most, but that's...
Right. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 489-7453.
See, I told you.
What?
318, Fletch, put down the crack pipe. Ease up on the ramblings. See, people are going to think you're serious. Huh?
I don't do crack.
B. Hall says, tennis, the only sport in the world where you can win more points and games but lose the match.
Yeah, because Federer did win more games. He did win more points. But tiebreakers are tiebreakers.
Right.
And the fact that he won one set 6-1 kind of helps. Won at least 6 games in all 5 sets and loses the match.
Yeah, you're basically having your best of 5 in one day. So
Right.
teams have lost by more runs or more goals in best of 7 series, right?
Right.
Still could go on to win.
Yes.
Daryl wants to know, was O hurt on the beach fall?
Is that really Orgeron? Okay, I'm going to be so dumb, and I feel so stupid for asking this. Was that really Orgeron or not? Because it looked a lot like him, but then again, so did the naked guy on the shark look like Jim McElwain. And like, who is he chasing? And why would he be on the beach this weekend when he's in Birmingham today? Because they're flying from Baton Rouge. So I'm thinking it's not. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking it wasn't Coach O. That's my thinking.
Weed through all the stupid takes about Orgeron from other fan base. They just
yeah, you'd probably want 10 wins, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I know Arkansas fans are just as ruthless as anybody about Orgeron, but 10 wins is something Arkansas has not achieved since Petrino hit the gravel. Take it in a heartbeat.
So it's just the one video. There is a resemblance, but I can't like 100% tell you that it's him.
Right. So I'm still a little on the fuzzy side of that. Speaking of warm and fuzzy, got the warm and fuzzies, thinking about all the people who are going to have so much joy in their hearts starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Super Summer Sizzling Sale of Brewer Quality Homes. There's going to be some tears shed because think about this. Best prices all season long, up to $10,000 off the price of these beautiful homes. And oh, by the way, if you've had a little difficulty, a couple little dings on the credit, lenders on site, this will be the easiest time to possibly get financing at Brewer Quality Homes. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City, Louisiana. They have got you covered, buddy. 20-plus acres of homes to choose from, up to $10,000 off. Fabulous door prizes. You name it, they've got it for you. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. Everything Donnie touches turns to sold. 6:35. SEC Media Days underway. Wimbledon is finished. Major League Baseball churning and burning. Today's also a big day for franchise tagging in the NFL. Today's the final day. So keep an eye on the old waiver wire, the NFL.com roto wire, whatever you want to do. Keep an eye out because there's some pretty important decisions, including maybe Jadeveon Clowney. You know, they going to franchise tag him or not? We'll see. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester. We will be back right after these commercial messages. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. Who has time to lick a stamp, lick an envelope, write out a check? That's what, 4 minutes right there? Paper cuts on your tongue? Ugh! How about just going to GBT, GibbslandBank.com, and enrolling in Bill Pay? Pay your bills online through your Gibbsland Bank account. And oh, by the way, in the month of May and June, paying 5 accounts with GBT Bill Pay, you're enrolled in the sweepstakes to win $5,000. How about that? Pay bills and win money at GBT, the great banking team. Sweetie, I'm home. Where are you?
I'm in here. I've been painting all day. Look at this paint in my hair.
Holy cow, you've been cranking
my
some
fingers
really
are
nice,
killing
sweetie.
me.
Oh,
Thanks.
I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, what?
Check it out.
Oh, yum. Yes, yes, yes.
Fresh lime squeezed margarita from Daiquiri Express.
Oh, my gosh. These are delicious.
I knew you needed a break from
This
reality.
is exactly what I needed. Let's go sit in the front yard and just sip and enjoy.
Daiquiri Express.
Moms, dads, your boy had a great game last night, but dang it, he rolled his ankle. You went to the doctor. It's going to take a little time to chill it and heal it. You know the best place to do that? Chill and heal. Get that swelling down so that the good stuff can happen. Get him back out there playing. Chill and heal, great for young athletes.
798-4325.
Attention CDL truck drivers, my name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and White's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers, we need you. Come on.
It's shaping up to be a good day at Shapin' Toyota. Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. Reminder, if you want a new Toyota, they will bring it to you here in Shreveport, Bossier for your test drive. Shapin' Toyota.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Donnie Brewer joining us, Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas. Everything Donnie Brewer touches turns to soul. You know, I never got your permission to use that slogan. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, go ahead. I like it.
Are we making money off that, by the way?
No, but I like it.
Does it fit the bill? Is it a legitimate saying?
No, man, you should see some of my mistakes. But, when I hit it pretty big. So
Brewer Quality Homes. Hit it big at 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger. Somehow or another, we've already been kicked off Facebook. Yeah. I don't get it. I really don't understand.
Please, Mr. Zuckerberg.
All right, 6:39 the time. Now it says, I don't know. Can you see if we're on Facebook on your thing? Because as an administrator, I see that we're on. And then it says that we've been blocked in 264 countries, including the United States. I despise Facebook.
Yeah.
So much. It's a necessary evil, though, nowadays.
Yeah.
Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger, 320-1130, 320-1130. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester are here. It's the SEC Media Days. It's the first day for this. Florida, Missouri, and LSU get after it. Wimbledon, of course, over the weekend with Novak Djokovic taking care of business in 5 sets to knock off Roger.
Did you see how the Cricket World Cup came to an end?
No, but I'm sure the Danger Boys know. How did the Cricket World Cup come to an end, Adam?
After all the entire thing, I couldn't watch it over here, of course. I was just kind of keeping up on Twitter, but everything played out even. Exact the same number of everything. So after all the people, which I don't know the rules of cricket that well, but after everyone batted, all the, because you have a certain number of balls per team that can be thrown, and everything was even. Everything was tied. And so they had to go to basically a playoff. And even that was tied. But England had some tiebreaker that I still don't fully understand. And so, it's never happened before. And so that was in England on the same day that Wimbledon had its, long match. And then the British Grand Prix was the same. Everything was going on in the same place, basically, yesterday.
So it was a big day in England.
It was. But the deciding play, I guess, because you had the bat.
Yeah.
You hold it over the line.
The principal's paddle, yeah.
Basically. But the guy got the ball and threw it up against the sticks before the other guy reached across. I was like, I don't know what this is, but this is kind of exciting.
You're our cricket expert. So.
But then you think about, well, if I had to watch the entire thing, I might not think that. But the guy fielded it clean, threw it in. He kind of
So who won?
Bungled it over England.
So they
Home
probably
Nation.
celebrated that better. They spoke on your thing.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
no.
we've been knocked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know either. After he won the title,
like after he left the court and
as soon as he won the title,
with a smile on his face,
reaches down, grabs a little of the grass.
Yeah, I did see that.
And eats it.
A little less Miles action.
Little less Miles action. Wonder if the Hatter was watching. So there you go. Les Miles has infiltrated the celebrations. And the thing I liked about it was that nobody, and I mean nobody, in that crowd outside of Djokovic's little box, nobody was pulling for them whatsoever.
It was pretty heavily toward Federer. That was kind of obvious. Like after the match was over, they did celebrate them both, right?
Yeah.
But during, no, it was all Raj all the time.
Yes. So, way to go, Djokovic. Always kind of fun to see the bad guys win on occasion. I don't guess he's a bad guy. It's just that he's like a communist, right? Isn't he from a communist country? Like Russia? China?
Which is Croatian? Yeah, he's Croat, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Serbia.
Serbia. Communist or not
It's all the
communist?
same place at one point.
They got a dictator?
Not anymore.
Hell.
I don't think so. He was born in Yugoslavia, so it's a different time back then.
Yeah.
But he definitely did.
That was a tough place to grow up.
Now, he definitely lives in Monte Carlo now. Shout out to Serbia.
I love the mother country. I'd never go back.
Shout out to Serbia. I'll be back at some point, I'm sure.
I learned lesson Big Papi needs to know. Never go back home. All right, we are back on our...
Yeah, people are telling us it's the music. Yeah, we definitely know.
Right,
It's
but
happened to us
you're
before,
supposed to be able to use less than 15 seconds.
Yeah, there are
right.
There are parameters that we thought we were meeting, but apparently,
Yes. Ab sends us the Family Guy confusing cricket match on...
I don't know the clip that he's talking about, but yeah, it's a very confusing sport.
What's our most confusing sport that we have in our mainstream? Football?
I would say so, because nobody else plays it.
So, I mean, like, if you drop this in another country, the hardest to explain the rules to and explain the objective would be football, I guess.
Because baseball and basketball are...
universal.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part.
And it's kind of simple. Basketball, okay, this goes into that, and I
Right.
get points. Baseball, we go to that one, and then that one, and that one, and if I get to this one, back where I started from, we get a point.
And the pace of baseball, too, like, you got time to explain things to your foreign friends.
You got, last night, you had 5, if you were a first-timer watching the Red Sox and Dodgers, you had over 5 hours to learn the game.
Sure. Peanuts and
I think you
beer
learn.
and
I think you can learn Mandarin in 5 hours.
I mean,
Rosetta Stone.
Because even though football sort of came from rugby, it does not look the same.
No.
You know, you might have a harder time explaining that one.
Yeah, probably so. Bayou Bellway's trash text line 489-7453 489-7453.
It was basically a slew of people telling us that we were off of Facebook. But also, Johnny C. had a couple that said, couldn't you do media days over the phone? I'd have to go to Hoover.
Kind of hard to, because they have the breakout rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They go, what we'll see on SEC Media Days is most likely, if I remember right, in the main room where all the print guys who are fat and lazy and who now aren't fat and lazy or they're unemployed, So they stand in the big room, and that's where you'll see, what's his name, Kevin Trainer, the University of Arkansas guy. He'll be the moderator. And then they'll break out into the different rooms, and there's a room. Typically, they used to have a room for radio and a different room for a couple of TV breakout rooms where the 80 TV stations there can kind of get a little bit more intimate with these guys.
Did you go every year when you were still in TV?
I went twice.
Okay.
I went twice. And that was enough for me.
I mean, it's not that Hoover's a bad place either. It's
not.
Nice, but
I may have gone just once.
Yeah.
I went to Hoover twice, but one time was for the SEC baseball tournament. Went to the media days one time. And I got to double dip and work twice as hard because that was when there were several teams out there in the 7-on-7 event at Hoover.
Okay.
Julio Jones was an soon-to-be high school senior, and I stood next to him and thought he was an NFL player observing the 7-on-7.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was odd that an NFL player had his shirt off. I'm like, look at you showing off your guns there, Mr. NFL wide receiver, who I don't know your name. Oh, that's Julio Jones. Well, who's that? He's going to be a senior.
That must have been the year that Shreve, Evangel, and Huntington were all there.
Huntington was there, Evangel was there, Shreve was there. And I thought there was one other team in the area.
Might have been. I know those three for sure. Because I remember, because I was there for that one.
We were in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
We could have had, we could have broken bread together.
Yeah.
Why didn't you look for me?
I don't know. It's not a hotel with a bunch of kids.
That doesn't sound so good just taken out of context. 6:49 the time.
Only for people who think the way you do.
320-1130, 320-1130. Mudbucks Hockey Hotline. Text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love saving you money. They want to be your waste control company, your waste management company, the folks who take care of your trash. Because they're local, the family-owned, and they do a really good job. And the more businesses they get under their umbrella, the more people they hire. As they told Rogers and I recently, they're looking for drivers. They want new drivers. They need additional drivers. So that means they're doing really well. And so that means more local people are being hired, more families getting steady paychecks from a really good company. Bayou Bell. Get in touch with them, 671-9900, 671-9900. Big Magnolia, 2 phones, C-Bank. 650, Rogers, Adam, and me. We'll be back, 11:30 The Tiger, right after this. 73 Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
Chillin' Hill, Ashley Ridge in Shreveport, 798-4325. No better proponent maybe than the guy sitting next to me for cryotherapy in the chamber they have there, Adam. What is it that you feel when you step out of the cryotherapy
You feel
chamber?
refreshed. You feel ready to go back out for that next indoor soccer game or that next softball game. Maybe you've got a CrossFit competition coming up, right?
You're looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would use it for after lawn mowing, after maybe a tennis game, maybe a little golf. It really is. Yes. It makes you feel refreshed.
Absolutely.
Chillin' Hill. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com.
You know, one of the best places to have a birthday party for your little one or for the big ones, Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. It's so festive there, and everybody's in such a great mood. The food is delicious. They've got several different places there in the restaurant that you could have your own little gathering and just hoop it up. Plenty of cold margaritas, cold beer, chips, dips, and of course, delicious fajitas. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
Old Mill Inn Road in Bossier City, just off I-20. Locally owned and operated, Chevy Land has just a cornucopia of 2019 Chevy Silverados and Silverado 2500 HDs up to 10% off through GM Financial or 0% financing with $1,500 off on all crew cabs. Slide on in
to a brand new Silverado. At Chevyland, we care about you. Daiquiri Express with 5 locations all around Shreveport, serving you this summer. We know this, that it's going to be blue blazes hot in Shreveport Bossier. Never fails. Just like Daiquiri Express, never fails to give you the frozen concoction that's going to make those summer days slip by. I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep. Gotta have
jerseys.
pants.
They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
And they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Joella, Sports World, just off 3132. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger. All right, there we go. That's 5 seconds. Stop it, Facebook. Zuckerberg. This is how he's making his money now. Holy moly. 320-1130. Mudbugs. Hockey. Hotline. Bayou Bellway's trash text line. Yeah, Roger, just sing the songs. We'll just do karaoke from now on.
But then if the words are the same, did they, I mean, you got to change things up? So is Weird Al okay because the words are different?
Well, what if Weird Al decides?
But then he's got his.
Right.
Play white and nerdy.
See, there's always something.
Sure.
Always something. Tim Fletcher Show presented to you by Chevyland, and they have got so many beautiful trucks right now. They've got these medium-duty 4,500 trucks that you basically could. They've got the cab, the engine, the chassis, but you could put anything on the back of it. Bayou Bell, they want to put a dumpster on the back of it. They could. Shreveport, if you want to put an EMT, like a ambulance on the back of it, you could. No other dealer between Jackson, Mississippi, and Dallas, I think, on the I-20 corridor has these heavy-duty trucks. Just one more way that Chevyland really is your all-purpose Chevy dealer, from Cruises and Sonics all the way up to the behemoths. And have you seen the new grill work for the 2020 Silverado? It is bad to the bone. Chevyland, we care about you. 7500 Uri Drive, Shreveport, Louisiana. Rogers and Adam here with us on this fantastic Monday, July 15th, 2019. Franchise tags. Your franchise tag is showing. Does that mean you got your jersey on inside out? This is the day they will be determining if you haven't been franchise tagged yet, you won't get franchise tagged.
So it's deadline day.
Deadline day.
Mm-hmm.
One of the players that was on the verge of what the heck's happening, Robbie Gould.
Right.
Just signed a long-term deal.
Okay.
They've come to an agreement with the Niners. No details, according to Pro Football Talk, on the length or financial terms. He was tagged in March, requested a trade in the offseason, wanted a new deal, wanted to play closer to his family in Chicago if he couldn't come through with a long-term deal, and the Niners have come through in a long-term deal. Jadeveon Clowney and Grady Jarrett are the other two players who were tagged in March and have yet to sign long-term deals this offseason. So
it's just those guys?
I guess so.
Okay.
For tag player, yeah, today's the deadline for tagged players to get long-term deals. So those are the only two guys left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I saw, what did I see? Is Peter King back from something?
Yes, back from vacation.
Okay, so it was just a break. Gotcha.
Yes. I wonder as well, now that these little milestones are hit,
When does this guy get his deal?
Yeah.
Now that Ezekiel Elliott was able to kind of make it through the commissioner's office without getting even as much as a reprimand or a slap on the wrist, you got him for all 16 this year.
Yeah.
You know, barring injury, of course, or any other incidents. So, the age-old question, they can avoid it all they want, but they're going to have to answer it at some point. The Cowboys have got to sign Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, and or Dak Prescott to long-term deals. One of them is going to cause all three not to get the big deals. If you're Jason Garrett and you're probably dependent on this year to be kind of like, if I don't get it done this year, I'm done.
This may be it, yeah.
If you had two of those three guys that you wanted to make sure they were happy campers and taken care of, which two of those three do you want signed?
That's a good question. In today's game, Elliott is the most replaceable. Well, no, maybe not, because there's more receivers than running backs. When you get a good running back, though, that's hard to replace.
Can you get a good running back? Can you get 90% Ezekiel Elliott? Can you get a 90% Dak Prescott or a 90% Amari Cooper next year? In other words, go cheaper but not quite as good? Which of those is easier to get the closest facsimile of in 2020 and still have the impact?
A receiver. I mean, quarterback, there's just it's such a crapshoot, a quarterback. So it's easiest to get a receiver than a running back than a quarterback, as far as replacements go.
So are you then saying that in Adam Hester's general manager cap on, Dak and Zeke get the deal?
Probably.
Cooper's still a young guy.
Yeah.
Isn't he only like 25, 24? Like he's still and it's a different 25 or so than Ezekiel Elliott's 24, 25. Larry Fitzgerald's still going strong. There's not outside of Adrian Peterson, there's not a lot of running backs who you can count on.
25.
Still a young dude.
Yeah.
He would still be productive if you signed him for a 4-year extension after this season. Dude, he's only going to be 29, 30. He's still going to be productive.
Mm-hmm.
If you sign Ezekiel Elliott to a 4 or 5 year extension, you expect him to be at the top end of his game at the end of his contract in that final 2 years. That's another way that I think I would have to look at it. Of these three guys, who's going to still be producing where we have to have them for this kind of money?
Right.
Between Dak, Zeke, and Cooper.
And while Alvin Kamara's don't grow on trees, he was, what, a 4th-round pick?
Yeah.
I think that in today's NFL.
What draft, where was Kareem Hunt? What round was he taken in?
Let's see. 3rd round.
3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's got other issues that are
sure
knock him out of the mix. But all right, so now thinking about that, who are the two guys you're going to sign to a long-term deal?
I think it speaks pretty loudly that they haven't already signed Dak, to be honest. Being a quarterback.
So I think Rodgers is on board with that too.
Yeah, the fact that they keep kind of kicking that can down the road is a little concerning.
And now the fact that he's saying he's not going to back off his $30-something million a year, he's not going to be flexible, and you've done nothing, you've really won nothing, you haven't accomplished anything, and you're the quarterback of quote-unquote America's team, No, I say you keep Dak and Ezekiel if that right price, but not pay a guy that.
So you would go back and say, okay, look, Dak, we're not giving you 30.
Yeah,
we'll give you 26.
I definitely between 25 and 30. There's no way I'm giving him $30 million.
We'll give you $110 million for the next 4 years, which would boil down to $27.5 million a year.
Well, if I'm him, I'd take that.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I'd take that.
But 1,000%. You lose.
You fell into the starting role of the Dallas Cowboys.
And, if I take however many, $4 million left, does that help me keep one of them other guys?
That's where I'm kind of going. Let's see what kind of team player Dak really is.
So, in other words, instead of come off the 30 today to say 26.
Maybe you keep
that's
all
$4
three.
million a year. You could end up tossing toward
Cooper
Ezekiel
or Zeke. Yep. Mm-hmm. Or splitting that difference and saying, "Hey, I'm a team guy. I want to be all together. Here's what it's about." But if he's just going to go, "Hey, $30 million or bust, let me go."
One way to keep the fans on your side.
Is that the guy you want as your QB?
And if Dak did that, here's how he could kind of save face on that by betting on himself. By saying, okay, how about a 3-year deal, 4th year, my option, player option. That after 3 years, if I want out, if I have just absolutely gone nuts, we've won a Super Bowl, I've been a Super Bowl MVP, and I've been a top 5 MVP guy 2 out of the last 3 seasons.
Then come to me and I'll pay you.
Or I'll hit the free agency
what
market.
you're going to do for me, but what did you do for me?
Well, Carson Wentz, what has he done for the Eagles?
Yep.
Right. But he got his, 28 or 30? 28?
Let me pull up the quarterback list.
Salary-wise?
Yeah.
Well, it's out of whack because look at the guys at the top of that list. You got, Garoppolo.
Who's done nothing.
Nothing, who can't play more than 10 games in a season.
Yeah.
Purchasing potential, basically.
Yes.
I feel like we did this one. The biggest cap hit is Stafford, 29.5. Can you?
Doesn't even have a playoff win, right? Stafford doesn't.
The numbers are there, though. They just hadn't had much around him.
No.
Kirk Cousins at 29 even is number 2 for cap hits.
Hasn't won anything.
Andrew Luck at 27.5 is
Hasn't
3rd.
won anything.
And Brady is 4th at 27 even.
Won plenty.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, number 5 at 26.5. Russell Wilson is number 6, 26.2. Roethlisberger is 7th, 26.2. Cam Newton, 8.
Got an MVP.
He and Manning will make the same amount next year. Eli Manning. 2 Super Bowls, but it's not what it used to be. Phillip Rivers, 10th, 23 even.
Better numbers even than Stafford, but still nothing to show for it.
Drew Brees at 11, 22.7.
Play the game.
Derek Carr is next at 22.5.
Guy that was some people said was out after last year.
Not that far removed from.
Yeah.
His injury being the reason Raiders might not have gone to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Winston is 13th, just under 21.
And I think the consensus in this room is this is make or break year for him with a new coach.
He and Mariota are actually tied the exact same amount.
Right. So there's not a lot of been there, done that quarterbacks out there.
Ooh, Matt Ryan's way down that list.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't he get a new deal this year?
Is he a bigger hit next year, maybe?
I thought he got a new.
It might be a bigger cap hit next year. If you pull up 2020, he goes to number 1 on the list.
Okay. Well, it's like almost $40 million.
Right.
It?
So he, Roethlisberger, and Aaron Rodgers, and Stafford, and Wilson, and Cousins will all be over 30 next year. $30 million.
Here's our boy Drew.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. Yeah, the cap hit for Ryan next year is $33 million, 36 the next, 36 the next. And
he is about half that this year.
Yeah. He's 34 years old this year.
Mm-hmm. This is his last contract,
Yeah, he'll be an unrestricted free agent in 2024. 7:07 the time. Let's do a little SEC update. Take a break and get some of these Bayou Bellwaste trash texts taken care of. But first, this.
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day. The SEC network, as you would expect, absolutely blowing it out these next 4 days from Hoover, Alabama. Starting off, they've got SEC this morning every morning from the location at noon. SEC Now and Feinbaum's show will be on from 3 until 5:30. And then Homecoming tonight at 7 o'clock with Titus O'Neil, whatever that is.
He's a wrestler.
What is he doing? On air, former Florida football player known as Thaddeus Bullard back in the day. 4-year letter winner, defensive tackle. He was the Florida Student Body Vice President.
Yeah, there you go.
Played 4 years in the AFL before becoming a WWE in-ring persona, Titus O'Neil. He returns to his old stomping grounds in Gainesville, discussing with Paul Feinbaum his time playing in the Swamp, how going to Florida impacted his life in the Arena Football League and WWE, and his philanthropy for at-risk youth in the Sunshine State. So that sounds pretty good.
There you go.
Homecoming with Titus O'Neil tonight at 6 o'clock, part of SEC Media Days on the SEC Network. This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. Rogers Hampton, Adam Hester, and I taking care of business. GBT taking care of business. Pierce has no access to his checking account balance, because if he did, he would be able to see our account balance, and he doesn't need to know how much money we have in our account. I never knew how much money my parents had, except I just knew it was none. You know, so I told him, I'll just tell you how much you got in your account. Well, I want to know how much I got in my account like every day. I said, here's the good news. You can call GBT's customer service hotline anytime between 8 and 5, buddy, 8 and 6. Heck, Tamara's probably there until 6:05. Call them, give them your account number, and they'll tell you your balance. Oh. Real live human beings saving the day for Danger Boy PC. They have so many questions they can answer for you. Just get in touch with them. Real live human beings at Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team. GBT, 3400 Line Avenue in Shreveport, along with Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, and in Bossier on East Texas next to the Villaggio. Your text and more when we return on the Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger, with Rogers Hampton Jr., Lord Adam Hester, and myself. Back right after this. The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Belle Meade on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly. Just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in. Trey Rogers and Tom Hoffling are joining us here on the Tim Fletcher Show, Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. If you see a blur on the highway, is there a good chance that it's a Dodge?
There's a 100% chance.
That's what I thought.
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
Yep, and I guess we're the Dodge brothers, huh?
I don't think our age difference would allow us to be brothers, but continue.
You're probably right.
You never know what they can do with fertility clinics nowadays.
That's it.
Let's get back to the Dodge Performance Days.
All right, Dodge Performance Days. Hey, we have Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers in almost every color, every option available. I mean, from the 6.4 392 Hemi to the great 305 horsepower V6. We've got a selection of everything.
Absolutely. We also have RT Durangos as well. So if you've, just like me, and you've got a family, but you've got the need for speed, you need to come check out this Durango.
Right. If the blur on the back of your Dodge doesn't say Landers,
then you probably paid too much.
GoLanders.com. Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. Natchitoches, Louisiana is one of the coolest little communities you'll find. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got scenery. It's got a ton of history. And there's so much to do there. Now, add in the fact that you've got a really progressive, advanced university. Northwestern State University is growing by leaps and bounds. Every year they're setting new attendance marks, new enrollment records. People are buying in. They love Northwestern State University. I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep. Gotta have
jerseys.
pants.
They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
And they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Joella, Sports World, just off 3132.
Attention CDL truck drivers, my name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and White's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers, we need you. Come on.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
11:30 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. It's 7:14. And that's it. Thank you. We'll just call him Foo.
You see Ringo jump on stage with Paul this weekend?
Yeah.
Ringo got on stage with McCartney?
Is it the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was like the last of McCartney's tour or whatever for the and they brought out Ringo. Yeah, played a few
Really?
songs. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Wow. How you like them apples?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
No more pictures. No more mail.
No more autographs. No more.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Our little program is presented to you by the wonderful people over at Chimmy V's Fajita Factory. Peace and love over at Chimmy V's Fajita Factory, because you'll want a piece of whatever it is coming off that out of that kitchen, and you're going to love everything that they make. Whether it's the trash can nachos, which I am a huge fan of, the ribeye fajitas, which, oh, so delectable, melt in your mouth meat, that is awesome. Fresh from scratch flour tortillas, and oh, the always warm and toasty chips, zesty salsa, smooth as butter queso. They've got you covered every single kind of gathering you've got. Quick lunch, business lunch, quickie with your wife after work, a little quick dinner, taking the family out, birthday party, tailgate parties, you name it, they've got it for you. Chimmy V's Fajita Factory, Old Minden Road, just off I-20. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 489-7453, talking about Zeke Elliott. So,
let's see here. River Hippie. Zeke is one of the top running backs in the league, a once-in-a-generation running back. Dallas has been looking for this guy since Emmitt Smith. Pay him or trade him.
Once in a generation.
That's your only options, I guess. But
okay.
Total yardage-wise, by the way, last year, he was number 2 in the NFL, 2,001 total yards, second to Saquon Barkley.
Once-in-a-generation running back. All right, what's this year?
This year is 2019.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
2010 NFL, not FNL, NFL
Friday Night Lights?
Rushing stats. Hey, it was on in 2010, I guess, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anybody want a mustache hair?
I'm okay.
Okay. I just had one that followed in my mouth. Beard hair, I can pull one of those out. Need to flush your teeth. 2010
Here are your top 10 running backs. From 10 up, Ahmad Bradshaw, Adrian Peterson, Maurice Jones-Drew, Ray Rice, Chris Johnson, Cedric Benson, Rashard Mendenhall, Arian Foster, Steven Jackson. Michael Turner was the leading rusher, by the way.
Yeah. I believe
No,
it.
he wasn't. Why do they go by attempts? Yardage was Arian Foster.
Okay. I was thinking
Jamal Charles, Michael Turner, Chris Johnson, Maurice Jones-Drew.
One of those years I got burned getting Michael Turner with my first pick. I feel like it was probably the following season after this.
By the way, that year, 2 Razorbacks were in the top 12 running backs in the NFL. Do you know who they were?
Hillis and McFadden.
That is correct. That was a trick question. Peyton Hillis actually outran Darren McFadden.
That was that right before the Madden cover?
That led to the Madden cover.
Yeah.
So, Arian Foster. Is Ezekiel Elliott better than Arian Foster? Rogers, you're a Houston Texans guy. How good was Arian Foster?
Woo, he was pretty dang good.
Yeah, he was.
He carried the load for them for quite a number of seasons.
Was he a big pass catcher too? Or no?
Not really.
Okay.
His
was more power.
He had 1 year, his second year, where he had 66 catches. He didn't come close to that after that.
After that, yeah, they used him for
53,
power.
40, 22, 38,
Yeah.
22, 6. Second year, 1,600 yards plus to lead the league, then 1,200 plus, 1,400 plus. Injury year, played only half the games, and then 1,200 in 13 games, and then 2 years was just nothing.
Yeah.
Miami, his final season.
Yeah.
Arian Foster was really good.
Yeah.
Is Ezekiel Elliott better than Arian Foster?
How many years has Zeke already played?
This will be his 4th year, right? Because this is Dak's 4th year.
Let's use the Arian Foster numbers here, and this is exactly why running backs are replaceable.
Okay, let me do my little. Let me get my calculator out, Adam.
He had the 5-year stretch between 2010 and 2014, where it was, like you said, 1,600 yards, 1,200 yards, 1,400 yards.
His rookie year, he was hurt. He only got to play 6 games. So let's use this.
It's that 5-year stretch because Zeke's been in the league about that same amount of time.
16, 16, 12, 24, 14, 24, and 542. We'll give him another injury year. He had 4,800 yards rushing in his first 5 years.
Which is great. But there's an injury year before it started, there's an injury year in the middle of it, and there's nothing but injury years after that last one.
Right.
So
what does Zeke have through 4 years?
Let's see.
I thought you were on Zeke.
No, I was just trying to just basically say they don't stay healthy.
No, they don't.
So that's why, that's why receivers are getting more money now. That's why quarterbacks are getting more money. It's a different ballgame.
4,800 yards rushing basically in his first 4 full seasons.
Mm-hmm.
What does Zeke have?
All right, so 2016, 15 games started, 1631.
Mm-hmm.
Year 2 was the 10-game season, 983. And 2018, 15 games started, 1434.
Suspension was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Time is irrelative to me.
That's 77 catches last year, by the way.
Okay.
But that's the previous 2 years combined was 58.
Total yards rushing?
Total yards rushing, 40-48.
So he would need 800 yards rushing this year to kind of be on pace with what Arian Foster did. Steven Jackson was a 1,000-yard rusher from 2005 through 2012. That's 8 seasons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row with over 1,000 yards rushing. Steven Jackson was a bad man. He also was a pretty good pass catcher. 55 catches, 43 catches, 90 catches, 38, 40, 51, 46, 42, 38, 33. Steven Jackson was as good as Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. He had a nice stretch of some productive years, but his was injuries as well, right? Steven Jackson?
At the very
At
end.
the end? Okay.
He played in only 12 games in 2013 for Atlanta. And then he played 15 games for the Falcons. And then New England, he only played 2 games.
Biggest cap hit of any running back this year is David Johnson, 975.
Which, very interesting. Speaking of Johnson, Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
Kind of thought he was going to be that generational running back. 2,006 yards in 2009. Over 1,000 yards in 2010. 11, 12, 13. And then, at 29 years old, 663 yards.
Right.
How old is Zeke?
That does not say right there. I'll find it.
And David Johnson got a late start. He was 23 when he hit the league. I mean, Chris Johnson, not David Johnson. Chris Johnson was only 23 when he hit the league.
Elliott's 23. He will be 24 before the season starts.
Boy, he's taking a lot of.
That's the thing, too.
I wonder if his 29 is going to be 27.
They know about these other guys, though, too. I mean, it's the same reason Melvin Gordon is holding out or going to hold out or whatever. He wants to get paid because he knows time is short. Elliott knows time is short.
Yeah, of the guys that we just mentioned from 2010, none except for Adrian Peterson are still out there really playing, right? LaShawn McCoy's still out there, but he was a rookie in 2010. Frank Gore's still drawing a paycheck, right?
Or did he finally retire?
Did he retire after last year? I thought he signed for 1 year.
I can't remember.
However, those are the running backs from 2010.
Frank Gore's in Buffalo still.
Okay. Your quarterbacks in 2010, as far as yardage, Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Matt Schaub, Eli Manning, Carson Palmer, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, Kyle Orton,
So
Flacco,
about
Ryan,
half.
Brady, Rodgers, Eli, Brees, Rivers. 7 out of the top 11 are still out there.
Yeah. What about receivers?
Ooh. Well, we know Larry Fitzgerald will be one of them. As far as receptions, Roddy White, Reggie Wayne, Jason Witten, Santana Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, Andre Johnson, Brandon Marshall, Wes Welker, who's now coaching, Danny Amendola, Marcus Colston were the top 10.
Not many of them either.
2?
Yeah.
Because Witten's come back?
And Amendola still playing?
Amendola, 3.
Yeah.
With Larry Fitzgerald. So, going back to the original question, of the 3 players that the Cowboys have that need contracts, apparently, who you signing? Which 2? Dak, Zeke, and or Amari? And let's say that no one gives them a hometown discount.
Yeah.
Let's take away that option where Dak takes less money so that maybe someone else can get there. Let's say that everyone's out for themselves, and they want to make sure they're out for themselves, gets what they want, gets what they need. Who's it going to be?
Number one, I'm glad I don't have to make this decision. I don't know. I as soon as you give Elliott a 5-year deal, something's going to go wrong, right? Didn't that just feel like that's going to happen?
Suspension or something.
I mean, he's had that before too. That's you got to think about that.
He's lucky not suspended.
I mean, what is a deal that would make Elliott happy? I mean, is 4 years okay, or does he want 5? Are you really going to give him $20 million or $15 million?
I think I signed Dak and Amari Cooper.
Again, the biggest cap hit of all running backs in the NFL this year is 9.75. Next year, let's see if it goes up at all like the quarterbacks did. I bet not. Oh, no, it does. Todd Gurley's deal kicks in next year. 17.25.
And that's what Gordon wants. Ooh, that's a lot.
Yep. Le'Veon Bell's going to be making
for
15
a guy
and a
who's
half.
got a knee problem now.
Le'Veon Bell's going to 15 and a half. David Johnson goes up about $5 million.
And what's David Johnson done the last 2 years?
Screwed Adam's fantasy team last year. Remember that well. Yeah, see, there you go. Todd Gurley's going to be making $17.25 million next year.
And he's got a bad knee.
And it's obvious that something's not right with him, the way the season ended last year. Wow. That's why they don't
there you
get
go.
That's why
right Stephen
there.
Jones and Jerry Jones would be wise if they pay two. They may just pay one of these guys. And it may just be Cooper. Who's going to be a productive Cowboy 5 years down the road?
Seeing right there. What did we say David Johnson was like 9.75 or something like that?
Yeah.
So 2020, you get those three guys that go way above 10, and then everybody else is right back below 9.5, 9, 8. Jerick McKinnon in 2020 is $8.8 million.
And don't forget, Saquon Barkley's going to be renegotiating next year as well. At the end of his 2020 season, that'll be his third year.
He'll be
so
up
in
around
2021, he will be a
figure.
$20 million a year guy.
Probably so. Because they'll be paying their quarterback from Duke not as much money as they're paying Eli Manning.
No.
What is Melvin Gordon's not on any of the the top part of these lists? So maybe that's
been a value.
Maybe that's why he's holding out. Get it while you can. I totally I understand. I really do if you're a running back, but if you're a team,
where's Jay Ajayi now? Is he in? Did he get let go by Philly? He was the fourth leading rusher.
He is currently a free agent.
Fourth leading rusher at 23 years old 4 years ago. And got a job now.
Yep. And we're going to all
that was the year Elliott, rookie year, led the league with Jordan Howard, DeMarcus Murray, Jay Ajayi, Le'Veon Bell. LaShawn McCoy was with Buffalo. David Johnson was with Arizona. LeGarrette Blount was in New England. So the top 8, Elliott's still in Dallas. And that's it. And McCoy's still in Buffalo. Because Jordan Howard's now in
Philadelphia. Yeah.
Dude. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be your running backs.
You have to be so careful with that decision. I get what River Hippie's saying about the once in a generation and all that, but
I don't think that he is, though. I think that he's
good.
He's good. He's Saquon Barkley is just as good. I think Steven Jackson was just as good. Todd Gurley brings more value, at least during his heyday. Melvin Gordon is a more valuable running back. And I'd take, we'll do that in just a second. Players you would take over. What is this, July 15th? Yeah. Did you realize that Ken Chapin Toyota is getting ready for their 1-year anniversary sales event? 1 year. Ken Chapin Toyota over in Marshall. Highway 59 North in Marshall, just off I-20. And to celebrate, doctor, $4,500 plus off 2019 Camrys or 2.9 financing for 72 months. How about a big, tough 2019 Toyota Tundra 4x4 over $7,600 off or 0% financing for 72 months. That's a 2019 Toyota Tundra 4x4 with a 5.7-liter V8 with towing package. All of these are going on over at Chapin Toyota, where they will bring the cars and trucks and SUVs to you for a test drive. That's right, they'll bring them here to Shreveport-Bossier for you to test drive. You don't have to go there to kick the tires. ChapinToyota.com. Ken Chapin Toyota. 7:32 the time. Who would you take? This guy or that guy? With Rogers, Adam, and myself. Plus, Shreveport has had a visitor here of these last week to 10 days or so that has garnered quite a bit of attention. Got a question about the juice being loose in Shreveport. All that and more when we return on the Tim Fletcher Show right after this. Trying to pick our favorite Daiquiri Express location is like trying to pick our favorite child. It's the one that we're closest to at that point in time. That's the way it is. Daiquiri Express, 5 locations serving you, all bringing you incredible frozen goodness to make summer slip by. Daiquiri Express. If you and your family are looking for a new place to go take your teeth, I suggest Cormier Family Dentistry. I'm telling you right now, you'll be smiling when you go in, you'll be smiling when you leave. Of course, that smile is going to look a lot better after they've taken care of you. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier are absolutely astounding and outstanding dentists, but their staff also just makes it so easy, so nice, and literally so fun. That's right, I said fun. When you go to the dentist, you will have a good time. You'll get great work. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072. So often we talk Chevy Land and the beautiful new cars, trucks, and SUVs out there, and for good reason. I mean, my gosh, have you seen the Silverado? Have you seen that Camaro? I feel like we've neglected the service department. Here's what Christy J had to say. My service rep, Kenny, was very friendly and understanding, kept in touch with me, letting me know the status of my vehicle. He's knowledgeable of his job. I will recommend him to all my family and friends. He's excellent. John B. in Bossier said the service professionals did a great job. Great service at Chevy Land. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive. One of the cool guys I know, Rogers Hampton Jr. here. How cool do you like your house to be?
Hey, man, I like it to be my high school football number, 34 degrees.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I don't know. What do those mean?
I don't know either. We're going to the metric system soon. Book it.
I know who we can call to find out.
AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
When it comes to jewelry and jewelry repair, you want someone you can trust. How about somebody who's been in the business since 1976? Yeah. That's when Gary Bailey started repairing treasured heirlooms at Peacock Jewelers. Soon after, he opened his first store. Gary and Paul, they're still over there selling beautiful jewelry at Bailey's Fine Jewelry and repairing things that are precious to you. Bailey's Jewelers on East Texas Street in Bossier City.
Rogers Hampton, it is so hot outside.
It is stinking hot outside.
That's why, man, whenever we pay online our SWEPCO bill.
Yeah.
I don't want it all going to SWEPCO.
No.
Best way to avoid that, insulate.
Yes.
Rapolo's insulation.
Rapolo's insulation. Call them. Do it. Get it done. How do they do that, Fletch?
865-5113. 865-5113. That's how you do it, Rogers Hampton. We love Red River Brewing for a lot of reasons, but this is just so cool. The Louisiana National Guardsmen, the 39th Military Police Company, recently went through some training, getting ready to go overseas.
Yeah.
Red River Brewing brewed a special beer and hosted a family day for them.
Oh.
They named a beer for them, Fear the Dark, and it features the 39th MP logo with a Black Panther on it.
Oh, that's cool.
It is so cool. Once again, Red River Brewing just gets what this community's all about.
That's very cool. I love Red River.
11:30 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 11:30 The Tiger. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester. Holy moly, it's awesome, man. Joey Hester, you know this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Says you work for a team and not a superstar, even if some of the players are good but not great. I can see your dad having that philosophy.
Sure.
Everett Swift says good morning, and Boomer Sooner from Smackover, Arkansas. That's live on our Facebook feed.
Jeez, 2 strikes.
Smackover. 2 strikes. He's a Sooner fan and an Arkansas guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
How does a town get named Smackover? You just wonder where, like during the hurricane stuff, it's like, what, where? What is that? How did they come up with that name?
Did you see the poor Weather Channel girl trying to pronounce Atchafalaya?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All the national people. I swear to God, Amity City.
Amity City.
Amity City.
And did you see where they had, obviously the graves above ground?
Yeah, I thought they were floating away.
Thought they were
floating
away.
Yeah.
Floating away.
Of course, the best thing of all was Jim Cantori said he asked a local down there, if the churches were open on Sunday, and the person said they didn't know, they only ate at Popeyes.
I'm wondering if that's urban legend.
Somebody told me that was actually from Katrina. And it's starting to recirculate.
But yeah, it's still funny.
Yeah, still funny.
Still funny.
It's still funny.
It will not ever not be funny.
They're floating away. No, they weigh 5,000 pounds. They're not.
If they float away,
then you better worry.
You better get the heck out of there with whatever camera is getting that.
You better get out of Amity City.
And H.A. Leia. H.A. Leia. Like, oh, boy.
Did you just put a
that the Weather Channel, CNN, they all go, if there's a hurricane, let it hit Florida or Alabama. Because those are, I can say Tallahassee and
easier to pronounce.
Orange Beach.
Mobile,
Biloxi.
Yes.
Gulfport. Yeah, I got those. But the Meat City and the Amity City.
I said there's no way I just heard that.
You can just ask someone, hey, how do you... Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I know you're pretty, but it's not Amity City.
Oh, we were watching one of the, I can't remember if it was WBRZ or WAFB's live broadcast on Facebook, and one of their main female anchor didn't know the name of, how do you pronounce the street? I'm like, oh, if you're an anchor and that's the first thing you do. You either ask for 3 days before you have to go on the air so you can crash course, learn everything. Do not ever say you don't know how to pronounce something if you're an anchor in Louisiana. Oh, a cheetah. Nacogdoches, Texas.
Milwaukee.
What? Joe Quinn? What?
Oh, boy. So, yeah, there we go. Landers Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Go Landers.com. Up to $6,100 off on 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. That's right. They've got 2018s, a few of them. I mean, like it could fit in mine and Roger's hands. Excluding Adam, because his hands are always full with 3 jobs. 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Get a great deal right now at Landers Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram. Go Landers.com. If you had a choice, either or, for your running back, RB1, as they say on Friday Night Lights, Ezekiel Elliott or Saquon Barkley? For the upcoming season, for the, let's say, next 3 seasons.
You go Barkley just because he's younger?
He's only 2 years younger. Even though he's 3 seasons younger, he's 2 years younger.
That's the thing. He hasn't had the attempts.
All right, Zeke Elliott or Todd Gurley for the next 3 years? So Barkley, so far Zeke is 0-1. By all means, check in on the Bayou Beltway's Trash text line if you guys want to vote. Absolutely. So Barkley was a loss. Todd Gurley, Rogers and Adam. You want Gurley for the next 3 years or Zeke Elliott?
Elliott. I don't think Gurley's right. Yeah, something's not right long term.
I'll be the tiebreaker. So that's a vote for 1. All right. Joe Mixon or Todd Gurley.
What's the age difference there?
Mixon is 22. He's a year younger than Ezekiel Elliott.
How many seasons less, though? Let me see.
Mixon has played in 2 seasons.
I'll go with Zeke.
Mixon last year had 43 catches. Mixon or Zeke? 3 years, Rogers. Okay. Okay. Chris Carson or Ezekiel Elliott for the next 3 years?
Elliott, because Carson may not even be the starting running back for the Seahawks this year. Yeah. Maybe somewhere else and after this season. Who knows?
Okay, I think we all agree on that. Christian McCaffrey or Ezekiel Elliott for the next 3 years?
I know McCaffrey was the 6th leading rusher last year, but what did he do out of the backfield?
He did a lot.
Catching. That's a lot, right? Yeah.
So far, the dude has had 187 catches in 2 years.
Caught 107 balls last year. So he's getting it less between the tackles. 219 rushing attempts last year.
He had almost 80 rushing attempts fewer than Ezekiel Elliott.
And see, that's the thing. Elliott's led the league twice in attempts and probably would have all 3 years if not for the suspension. He's twice over 300 carries. That might be McCaffrey just because he's getting used less between the tackles and they involve him more in the pass game.
Okay, so McCaffrey is a loss
last year. Yeah.
Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line. If anybody wants to weigh in, by all means.
Let's see. 318. He has his. He says Barkley over Zeke, Zeke over Gurley, Mixon over Gurley, Zeke over both Mixon and Carson, and McCaffrey over Zeke. So he's kind of more in line.
Yeah, just about where we are
with us. Yeah.
Derrick Henry, 24 years old. Derrick Henry has only had 500 carries in 3 seasons. His first 1,000-yard season last year, but he's also only had 39 catches in 3 seasons.
What's the height and weight on him? And
huge
he's a
and bigger.
He's a big old boy. That worries me too, longevity-wise.
Derrick Henry is 6'3", 250 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of stress on the old knees.
So you taking Zeke over Henry for the next 3 years?
Yeah.
Rogers?
I would. I would.
All right. Adrian Peterson for the next 3 years.
I feel like I'll go with Zeke on that one. I think so.
I'm just going over the top 15 running backs or so.
Peterson's probably done after this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Phillip Lindsay, 24-year-old out of for Denver. Lindsay.
We have been fooled by Bronco running backs of the past.
He's only got 1 year under his belt.
Right.
Only started 8 games and still ran for over 1,000 yards.
That part of it's nice.
35 catches. Phillip Lindsay or Ezekiel Elliott?
There's not enough data on Lindsay. I'm going with Zeke.
Rogers?
Yeah. We've been fooled by these running backs from Denver.
Okay. How about Melvin Gordon?
Now, let me look up the age difference and all
He's
that.
He's 25.
Melvin Gordon's 26.
Yeah, he turned
April
26 in
13th.
April.
Yep.
Sure did. He was 25 last year, my bad. 26 years old, 4 seasons in, 900 carries, basically. 897. So is that 450?
So he has
every year, 225 per year?
No 300 carry seasons. The biggest one, 284.
Mm-hmm. That's the only year, by the way, he's played all 16 games, too. He does. He's basically averaging about 45 catches per year as well.
Yeah, over 50 catches the last 2 years.
So Melvin Gordon for the next 3 years over Ezekiel Elliott, yes or no?
See, and he was hurt at the end of last year, right?
Yes.
So I remember getting hosed in fantasy because of
he was killing.
Because Eckler was out; they were out the same game, and So anyway, so there is some injury concern. Like you said, he's only played the full slate once. That might be closer to a push between those two guys. But if
I would take Gordon.
Who?
I think he is a 10-yard line and in. You don't know what the hell how to defend him.
Yeah. I'm not mad either way on that one. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much a push. Yeah.
Alvin Kamara. Okay.
Alvin.
So no matter what Adam says, even if he says
I'll
he'd
just
take
sit over
Zeke,
here. That's fine.
even if you took Zeke, I'm with Rodgers.
I like the versatility, and in today's game, I think that's huge. Just trying to pull up his numbers real quick. So 2 year. I mean, there's not a ton of data on him, obviously, either, but he's 120 carries,
160,
and then 194. Yeah, but he's caught a lot of passes. 81 each year.
50 yards per game receiving, 52 yards per game rushing, and oh, by the way, he has also scored 31 touchdowns in 2 seasons.
Will be a little bit more tread
That's a
worn off
lot.
this year, you would think, with no Ingram.
He's played 31 games and scored 31 touchdowns.
Why did he only start 13 games last year? Is it just because Ingram? I guess
Ingram came back and they held him out one game.
That's true.
Because he only played 15. Yeah. Ding. Yeah, there he is.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Interestingly, Kareem Hunt, who could be, based on the audio, may be exonerated here soon, may all of a sudden show up as a week 1 running back for the Cleveland Browns. Kareem Hunt.
He has not been overused either. Obviously, he only played 11 games last year. 272 carries his rookie year when he led the league in rushing.
Another guy with almost a touchdown per game. 25 touchdowns in 27 games. He only had 26 catches last year.
I think that's to do with the games because he had 53 the year before.
Right.
But still had seven receiving touchdowns and 26 catches last year. He is what they call electric. I might go Hunt.
Rodgers? Over Zeke. Kareem Hunt over Zeke.
If he's going to be exonerated,
right?
That's a big part of this too. If he's going to be exonerated,
let's say that this audio is enough to where
maybe so.
Hunt? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's close.
2 more.
Though. That's close.
Only because they're 3 more because they're young enough and doggone it, people like them. Sony Michel, 23-year-old.
Zeke, because Patriots, if he's in New England, they're going to use him and 7 other guys.
You'll take Zeke over Sony Michel? Okay. Nick Chubb versus versus Zeke Elliott. Chubb, another kid.
I would say Zeke because Chubb's going to be it's a shared backfield.
All right. You too, Rodgers? Yep. That's a win. And finally, Marlon Mack, Colts, 22-year-old.
He's interesting. Let me pull up his numbers because obviously also he's got the stability of having Andrew Luck next to him.
He's 23 now.
Mm-hmm.
He's only had 288 carries in 2 seasons.
Right.
23.
He's in there with Luck, which I like for him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if there's enough because, like you said, he's only started 10 games in 2 years.
That's going to change next year.
Oh, sure it is. But right now I couldn't say pick him over Zeke, though. After next year, it may be different.
So you'll take Zeke over Mack?
Yeah.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. A 14-game season there for Ezekiel Elliott. Running backs, you take over him or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 6 running backs that we decided we would take over Ezekiel Elliott.
How many did we pick him over?
8.
Okay. I might take Barkley over all of them.
Yeah, just to the youth and
Yeah.
We
They
took
use
Barkley
him in the pass game a ton, too.
McCaffrey. Can't read my handwriting. Gordon, Kamara, and Hunt.
Fist pump, not a bad point. Freeman's not on the list because of injury, but should be considered over Zeke.
Actually, it was 9 and 5. That was Peterson. We took Zeke over Peterson, obviously. What was that again?
Devontae Freeman, not on the list because of the injury, but
true.
He would be in that discussion.
He would. So it's kind of hard for me to say that he's a generational rusher if there's 5 guys we would take over him for the next 3 years. And, again, kind of hard for me to think the Cowboys should pay that guy top 3 money if there are 5 guys who may be as good or better than him overall.
That's why I just lean toward other positions when you're talking about long-term deals.
I agree. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 489-7453. The nice guys who love talking trash. 671-9900 is their number.
Fist pumps choices would be Barkley, no doubt. Elliott over Gurley, Elliott over Mixon and Carson, McCaffrey over Elliott.
Gurley's knee. If it wasn't for Gurley's knee, I think we all would say Gurley over Elliott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
G-Money, are you franchising Netherton or Hester? Is Bonsai or Rogers on the block?
I think since I wrestled the ownership of the team away from JJ and Ben, basically, they're the first ones on the chopping block.
No. Wonder Native Sports is the last realm for advertisers, sponsorships to use live programming. Salary cap be damned. Players need to demand more money. They're the ones earning it. That's fun to think about, but they're going to be like, oh, great. There's the door, and here's the guy who will play for this much money. And
is there a Herschel Walker waiting for the XFL? Is there somebody that because the CBA is coming up and the collective bargaining agreement is due up after 2021, right? So next year, 2020, is the XFL's first season. They're locked and loaded. They're going to be able to play the full season. The money's already in the bank. Whether they're successful or not, no one knows.
Right.
But they should be able to play a full season. 2021 comes around.
Yeah.
Year 2 of the XFL. If there is no new CBA, is there a freshman running back right now or a sophomore running back right now in college football? Or quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, T.J. Finley, that is out there that's going to say, okay, yeah, pay me $10 million and I'll come out and I'll play in the XFL for the next 3 years.
No. They won't do it in football.
So without the lure of competition.
Basketball, yeah, we've seen that.
Right. Without any competition, despite what Wander Native says, which I agree with, it's just not going to happen. The league can still dictate what can the players do? Well, they can strike.
Mm-hmm.
And they can have the Sean Paytons of the world come in and replace them as scabs, have an inferior product for a while, but then those players go without a paycheck. And depending on how, I know, hadn't DeMaurice Smith already told them to start saving money? Hadn't that been the message to these guys? Start putting some money back?
Right.
Most of these guys will not.
Yes.
And the first time they miss a $900,000 game check, they're going to feel it. And then the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, geez. I can only make this kind of money until I'm 28 years old.
That's exactly it.
And that's where the owners have them.
Right.
It's a shame. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Rusty's got a couple. Has Clowney been a bust? I know he is tagged in wanting a huge contract. He's had 18 sacks the last 2 years, right?
He's been healthy.
Because he's finally been healthy, yeah.
Right. I don't think he's a bust. I'm not a Texans fan. Rogers, do you think Clowney's a bust? No. He didn't take anybody's head off like a Michigan running back.
No, but I mean, as many times as Watt has been injured and it's fallen on Clowney's shoulders to keep that defense together, and he has, that's what I look at right there. I mean, the guy, when he needed to step up and they needed him to step up, he did.
18.5 sacks the last 2 seasons combined.
Has he played more games than Watt the last 2 seasons?
Probably.
I would probably say yes.
Played 15, started 14 last year, started all 16 in 2017, started and played 14 in 2016. Yeah.
Close enough.
He'll get paid.
Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line.
Rusty also says, I couldn't pay Zeke because of his lack of understanding why it's important to keep your name out of the paper during the offseason.
That's another thing. What's the last time that you heard anything about Gurley, Gordon, McCaffrey, Kamara? Gordon we're hearing about because of a possible holdout, but that's just him trying to get his money.
Right.
These other guys, they just don't do anything. Saquon Barkley. Do you ever hear Saquon Barkley's name in the offseason?
No, not yet.
No.
He's keeping it together so far.
In New York, by the way.
I was going to say, for being in the Big Apple.
Rusty also is a good point. Saints have a similar situation coming up with Ramczyk, Kamara, Latimer, and Thomas. All have to be paid top money.
They can pay Thomas this year.
Yep.
They can pay Kamara next year and Ramczyk next year.
Yep.
And I don't think that Drew Brees will be the quarterback in 2020.
No, probably not. Well, at least 2021. Maybe one more year.
Super Bowl this year, I don't think he's a quarterback.
If they win a Super Bowl, yeah. I think you're probably right. 318 says, which O-line? I'd take Zeke with Dallas.
Are they going to be healthy?
Yeah.
Last year, the Saints probably had a better offensive line than the Cowboys. Reputation-wise, the Cowboys had a better offensive line than the Saints just because of what they had done the previous 3 years and who was drafted and what position they were drafted.
It's probably closer than people realize.
Right.
The parole officer says Barkley over Zeke and Gurley. Barkley doesn't have the baggage that Zeke has with the domestic violence claims and other incidents, and Gurley now has knee issues.
And Gurley's contract, while it's unfair, air quotes, for the Rams to have damaged goods, good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
And good for Melvin Gordon. I hope he gets every dime he can get from the Chargers. Running backs, man, those guys have gotten hosed for so long.
Sure. I think we read a couple of this one from 318, but also said McCaffrey over Zeke. Marlon Mack got rode hard at Bama was the next text, so I guess he's talking about Henry there. Gordon over Zeke, Kamara over them all. Zeke over Hunt, no telling what else Hunt has done. Zeke over Michelle, Chubb over Zeke or Michelle.
Huh.
And Fournette not on the list. I guess our list.
No, he's not.
He's too injured.
Too injured.
You can't. How could you give him anything right now?
Oh, heck, see where Geis now has a hammy?
Yeah. Speaking of ridden hard while they were in college.
You got that right.
Yeah, we talked about Kamara 318. We ranked him ahead of Zeke. Johnny C., at some point these players are going to have to start taking less money. There is only a certain amount that can be sustained.
Harvey joins us on the Mudbucks Hockey Hotline. Hey, Harv, what's going on?
Hey, I don't know why homeboy asked my name, and I just want 2 large pepperoni pizzas and a 2-liter Coke.
You got it there, Harvey. 2 large pepperoni pizzas and 2 large Cokes. Is that right?
Hey, can you make that boneless?
Boneless pizza? We can do that. 2 boneless pepperonis and 2 large boneless pepperonis and 2 large Cokes.
Can you make the Coke boneless too?
We can make the Coke boneless as well. 2 boneless Cokes, 2 boneless pepperonis. All right, Harv, we appreciate it, man.
All right.
Look what you've done, Adam.
Right.
They're going. This is what is unknown to Adam. Guess who's flying out to Seattle on Wednesday?
No,
the Danger Boys.
No, they're not.
Oh, my God.
We have given them Adam's itinerary. We said, don't say anything to him.
You don't know what that is.
Just follow him like 15 feet behind him everywhere he goes and never say a word to him. Of Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072. When it comes to just incredible dentistry, you know that the Cormier team, and it really is a team, Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier, partners at practice and partners in life. I do, they said to each other. And now they say, I floss as well. I wonder if those were part of their wedding vows. Do you take this woman to floss your teeth and floss her teeth? I floss. Do you take this man? I floss. They've got the most incredible, most up-to-date, wacky kind of dental stuff that's giving you like a 3D thing in your head. Like, wow, I wonder if Adam printed out my head after I went through there. They got a 3D head of mine that they practice on. But here's the thing that just, to me, separates the Cormier crew from everybody around. What an amazing staff. Just wonderful people. Most fun I've ever had at the dentist. And I had work done. 868-4072. 868-4072. SEC update coming back. And got a question for you about the longtime visitor of Shreveport this past week who's been spotted more than Bigfoot on a drunken heyday in the Ozarks. The Juice, loose in Shreveport. Got a little question for you. Curious how you would answer it when we return on 1130 The Tiger. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Natchitoches, Louisiana is one of the coolest little communities you'll find. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got scenery, it's got a ton of history, and there's so much to do there. Now, add in the fact that you've got a really progressive, advanced university. Northwestern State University is growing by leaps and bounds. Every year they're setting new attendance marks, new enrollment records. People are buying in. They love Northwestern State University.
Springtime is here. That means patio weather.
Patio season at Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
That's literally one of the best places in the area to get a group together.
Sun's up. My gums are open.
Oh.
I'm going to be chewing into some Jimmy V's. No.
Let's just talk about the margaritas and the tacos and the nachos.
Fresh from scratch flour tortillas, trash can nachos. Oh, the barbacoa tacos.
Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
They just got a brand new ring from Bailey's today. Look at her finger. They are so happy. This is a good man and he is a hero.
No.
Thank you for shopping at Bailey's.
That's so sweet. Did you see that?
I did, sweetie.
Oh, another happy lady because her man went to Bailey's and got her something special.
It's the place for ladies who are special to get special gifts from fellas that know they've got a special lady.
And it's been a while since I've gotten something special from Bailey's. Just saying.
Bailey's Jewelers, East Texas in front of Pierre Bossier. Every day here on the old Tim Fletcher Show, we get hungry for biscuits with sausage, egg, and cheese.
Or bacon.
And every day, while you were in school, you had the opportunity, Adam Hester, to stop by Swoop.
If I had a free minute, I would make that stop before I went to Calvary. No brainer. Sausage or bacon. That was the only choice I had to make.
That's pretty good. Only two choices in your mind to goodness.
Yes.
Swoop. Burt Coons, just off I-49. The goodness of breakfast biscuits. Rogers, are you a guy that likes the house cooler during the daytime, or do you like it cool when you go to Betty Bye?
I like it cool and it's Betty Bye time.
Oh, me too, buddy. Is there not a better feeling than just kind of when you get up in the morning and it's like ice cold after you get out of the sheets and blankets?
It's so cold you don't want to get out of bed, but it made being in bed that much better.
That's what AccuTemp's all about, making being in bed that much better. 861-2255. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com.
Hey, Fletchy.
Yes, my dear.
Did you know that Gippsland Bank and Trust, they actually have exhibits for local artists?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're working with Aurora Borealis, a local art gallery.
Yeah.
And they have local artists come in and show off their good stuff.
That's one more great way for Gippsland Bank and Trust to connect with the community.
That's what they're all about, connecting with the community.
Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team. Let's Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
KWKH Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Welcome back, everybody. 8:07, 7 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Yes, indeed. This is the Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton, Adam Esther, and a cavalcade, a star-studded event right here in Shreveport, Bossier. 320-1130, 320-1130. Our program is presented to you by the wonderful people over at Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. Heck, you know, breakfast at Wimbledon yesterday, you could have had lunch at Walk-On's and caught the final minutes of the Wimbledon men's singles. What's going on in the world of soccer, Athletic, as far as game-wise right now? Nothing? Are they kind of quiet for a change?
Because all the international tournaments just ended. So basically, you've got MLS for the men and the the NWSL for the women, and the preseason tours are about to start. So about a month away from the big leagues kicking off.
Ooh, speaking of the big leagues, you're at Walk-Ons today. Giants and Rockies are going to be on. Former Notre Dame Fighting Irish tight end Jeff Samardzija going to be up there. Is he a tight end or wide receiver? Receiver. And if you're there late tonight, catch the beginning and about the first 6 innings of the Astros-Angels game. Big set for the Astros. 4-game series, right, Rogers?
Yes.
At Anaheim?
At Anaheim, yes. 8-game road trip.
Oakland's still kind of like...
they're the ones I'm
Yeah, they picked up Homer Bailey yesterday.
Yeah, from the Royals.
For a double-A second baseman. Look out.
Here come the Royals.
It was like, whatever his name is, has been acquired for Homer Bailey. He will report directly to Double-A Northwest Arkansas. It's like, oh, okay. That's good.
Now you know how the Oklahoma City Thunder feel.
Yeah.
Except you got to win a title at least.
Sure.
Walk-Ons, I don't know if they've won the title or if it's just kind of been declared over.
Yeah.
#1 sports bar in America, according to ESPN. It's our favorite sports bar. We love it because the food is so great. Rogers and I, now granted, I like cold beer. You can get cold beer a lot of places. They got great selection, don't get me wrong. Thing that separates Walk-Ons from everything else, just their food it's just amazing. Try it for lunch, try it for dinner, try it twice this week, and you'll not get tired. No, it is not sports bar food. Although they do some of the best chicken tenders I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, everything's ratcheted up. All right, so, guys, I don't know if y'all have heard, but former Southern Cal running back O.J. Simpson has been spotted around town.
A few times, yeah.
Quite a bit. Golf course.
Facebook notifications going off at this point.
Restaurants aplenty. And they've been in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
There's the juice. I just need to pick up a little juice. Need any help back there in the butcher shop?
No.
So, and this was brought up by Barn and Tackle Board, brought up some very interesting things. Anybody out there seen OJ? Shoot us a text. I know that your buddy Stacy saw him last night at a Mexican restaurant in town. Our dear friend Hillary, did you see the photo? She goes, oh, I knew it was him, but I wasn't going to go up there and have any part of that. So Hillary saw him. Any OJ sightings out there? 489-7453, 489-7453. Would you have an issue
if OJ lived in your neighborhood?
We jumped into that.
You only had the one thing. Yeah.
Because the rumor is he's building a house or buying a house in Shreveport.
Is that because I know the reason he lived in Florida is because the Goldmans couldn't touch his assets if he lived in Florida, right? Is the same law here?
I don't know.
I thought that's what
Louisiana law is a whole
negative.
What is it, the Napoleonic law or whatever?
Code.
Napoleonic code, yeah. So just if you saw a moving truck 2 houses down, you're like, hey, guess I got a new neighbor. Hey, that's a pretty good sized fella there. Wait a minute, that's O.J. Simpson.
Go, OJ, go.
You good with it?
You can't. I mean,
Just because of what it would bring.
yeah.
Just because of what it would bring.
You think it would bring looky-loos?
Oh, and yeah, looky-loos and looky-loos. And,
Negative attention.
yeah.
What if he lived a block down? Got a problem with that?
What is he like? Bringing like a casserole to welcome him to the neighborhood? Like, how does this work?
We got 2 new neighbors across the street we haven't brought anything yet to.
But they didn't pay for the bills.
Right. I need to. They're nice people.
They didn't know the Heisman.
Apparently. I think one of them may work here. Yeah. Like one of our new sales women.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of. I think so. Okay. I'm not really in touch with the whole neighborhood association thing.
I understand completely.
We just now trimmed our bushes back to where they're now like 10 feet high.
You don't want to get a call from the planning commission.
They might not want to see that meth lab I've got in the front yard. Rogers, what if OJ, you look down the street, well, would you take him over your current neighbor?
Oh.
Not the one who got shot at, but the other one.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Wow, dang. I got to clarify. Oh, wow. I can talk sports better with OJ.
Yeah.
Because the idiot across the street don't know his ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to sports. I mean, I mean, I would have that in my favor. I could talk running backs with him. I could talk sports with him. I could talk old school sports with him since I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Could maybe talk.
The problem is he'd charm you to death.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
He'd start working the charm, and you're like, it's juice. It's a guy from Naked Gun.
Juice, man.
You know?
I don't have any of your memorabilia.
Yeah.
Don't hate on me. This is all my stuff. That's not your Nolan Ryan autograph ball. My dad got me that for my 34th birthday. Back off, Orenthal James.
Orenthal.
All right, here's another question.
Can you get me a deal on the rent car?
If you see OJ out in public, do you A, ignore him, B, say what's up or hello and that's it, or C, do you stop him and take a picture with him? Ignore, acknowledge, or engage? Do you ignore, acknowledge, or engage?
It's easy to ignore because he's going to have people around him, most likely. Like the picture that you're talking about that was on Facebook. There was like 7 or 8 people just hanging around.
Yeah.
And they were local people. They weren't like his people, posse.
They were
or
all
whatever,
locals.
Yeah. So it's you can ignore because you just bypass all that. He's preoccupied. Wouldn't you feel kind of dirty taking a picture with him? A little bit, I don't think you can do picture. You can acknowledge, but hey, how's it going? Welcome to our town. You fly into our lovely airport.
Wow.
Parking was bad for you too. But I don't think you can do picture. I think it's in between. Yeah. You can sort of head nod and hey, how's it welcome? Hanging around, taking a picture. Fast forward like next week is me and OJ. Hey.
ran into him here at the store.
OJ's replacing so-and-so in our fantasy football league.
Right.
Ran into OJ at Walmart buying new gloves.
Could you imagine, like, seriously, if we show up for the fantasy draft on the 17th,
there he
August 17th, and he's there, it's like wearing his jersey, or no, like wearing the Josh Allen jersey.
Yes. I'll take Kamara with my first choice.
So, we've got a poll question out there on our Twitter feed, at Fletch Worldwide. At Fletch Worldwide. If you see the real OJ 32 in town, do you ignore him, acknowledge with a hello, or take a pic with him? Okay? So, curious. Which do you do? Rogers, what are you going to do?
I'm probably just going to let it slide and not give two.
That's not Earl Campbell's.
Yeah, send some of my day to that cat. Yeah, if it's Earl Campbell, I'm stopping. Because he probably needs some help walking.
Yeah.
So I'm probably helping Earl out. But no, if I see him, okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to introduce that into my life. I've been fortunate enough to meet enough professional athletes that I think I can skip this one. Been very lucky there to rub elbows with some professional running backs from the NFL league.
Our country does have quite a fascination with OJ.
Yes. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And people that don't know anything about sports whatsoever. Half of them probably didn't even know he was a football player. And a damn good one.
Yeah, because they don't remember. Yeah, they weren't around for all that.
Yeah, they weren't around
they
for that.
They were around for the. Oh, that's the
Naked
Kardashians.
Guy. Yeah, the
Kardashians' dad was his friend.
Actor.
And,
he's funny. Oh, he's folded in half in the Naked Gun movie. Yeah.
When did OJ last run the football in the NFL?
Oh.
Was he a Niner his last?
I was going to say
it was
late 70s, early 80s, maybe broke into the decade.
79.
I was going to say maybe broke
close.
80, but if not, that was another one of those. Seeing in a uniform like that was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Namath. Now it's so commonplace to see a guy change uniform. It's unbelievable. But back then, that was rare. You were at the end of your career. You knew you were probably washed up. A team that wasn't that good's probably taking a chance on you because you just bring some publicity to their roster. But, yeah, I think I'd just pass.
You can't really go, like if you post a selfie of you and the juice on social media, that there's some backlash maybe.
That kind of, just when you think you're out.
Don't you teach kids?
Yeah. Did you?
I don't know. I'm curious. Is there a backlash for taking a photo with
I think
OJ?
there probably is.
What if he wants to take a photo with you?
Maybe you take it, but you don't.
What if he spots Tim Fletcher and says, "That's that local sports celebrity. I saw him on the cover of the 318. I want a picture with Tim Fletcher." Do you tell the juice no? Let's turn it on you.
Take a picture, but don't post it. Maybe that's the
Okay, I like that option. Maybe just to have it for
pull a Seinfeld when people ask him for autographs.
Yeah,
Seinfeld's his long-time thing with autographs was, Jerry, can I get an autograph? Sure, and then he walks right past him.
You sure can.
You sure can.
Just not for me.
And just walks past him. Jerry, can I take a photo? Sure, and then keep going.
Somebody who tried to hug him.
One of the female
Kesha or somebody.
Yeah. Someone, yeah.
And he was like, no, we don't need
I don't need any of that. No,
we don't need
that's all right. I'm good. I don't need to be hugged.
If I saw OJ in the parking lot of my favorite grocery store, and if he says, "Hey, aren't you that guy that does the radio with Rogers and Adam?" It's me. Orenthal James.
Disappear into the bush like Homer Simpson.
I listen to y'all's show every day. Well, thanks, OJ. Appreciate it, man. Mind if I get a photo for my keepsakes for Shreveport?
Posterity.
I think I might do the. Oh, hold on a second, OJ. I got to take this phone call, and then.
The fake phone call is the way to go. Yeah, except when it rings when you're
on it.
Must have been disconnected. I was talking to no one.
Now I've got you back. This one really is here. I've had call waiting.
Give me somebody while
It's such call waiting that it actually busted on through.
That's how important this call
is. Yeah. I've got the call barging. It's a new thing. AT&T's trotted out. Where if it's important enough, it barges through whatever phone call you got, and it rings loud enough to where you can hear it. So, ignore him, Rogers, acknowledge with a hello, or take a pic. Which one are you doing? I'm ignoring. You're ignoring? Adam?
I probably lean toward ignore also. It definitely doesn't get the picture. It does not get to picture, but it is. If I can text me, hey, how's it going? Yeah, but
you're not gonna go like pick at a place, are you? Though.
No, God, what? No,
that'd take a lot of effort.
Oh,
get you out of the house at night.
Yeah. And if I'm going there, it's a place I like to go, and I want to go back again.
Right.
So yeah.
The fact that he's gone to these places. I've talked to a couple of people who may have something to do with some management.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can't not seat the guy.
No.
He's got just as every right to be here as anybody.
That's going to bring you more negative publicity than you even want.
Right. Said he treated the staff nice. He's nice to the fans around here,
Right.
So what do you do? Stuart, what do you do? Your cousin Mary says, I would ignore him but take a picture when he wasn't looking to prove that he was here. That's not bad. That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. So far, and it's ignore him at 42% of the vote, acknowledge with a hello, 33%, 25% say they'd take a picture with him. Bayou Bellway's trash text line, Adam.
Billy's Google. OJ sounds like Don Johnson in Django Unchained. I think your impression of OJ sounds like Don Johnson. Is what he said.
Basically, my OJ impression is an impression of Howard Stern's impersonation of OJ.
I love this little mini career renaissance that Don Johnson's had.
Yeah, it has.
It's fantastic. Don Johnson should always be on television.
I think he should be in a movie right now.
Yes.
He'd make Into the Spider-Verse even better. And Spider-Man Homecoming, which is hard to do. Both very good movies. Bayou Bellway's trash text line.
337, you should send cupcake with the welcome casserole just in case.
Not a bad. Who was it? Bobby Triplett, I think, might have said something about this sounds like a Danger Boys mission.
Yes. Good call. 318, maybe OJ could be our Vanna White. Oh, for the fantasy draft.
Get up there and actually put the names on the board because no one wants to be that person. I don't want to just sit up here and put all these stickers up here for who's been drafted what.
All right.
I've got beer to drink.
Yeah, about 3 rounds in, OJ's, all right, somebody else's turn. No, man, you have to. Do I? No. Actually, no. Honey Hole, you left out one option. Option D, kick his blank.
He still looks like he can handle himself.
Jones, he killed 2 people, he says. Well, short to the point.
Yes.
Draco, they can't touch his retirement funds. Talking about OJ living in certain states. Right. Is that anywhere, though?
His pension, I think, is untouchable.
No matter where.
Isn't it?
Yeah, okay. I think so. I gotcha. Draco also says, I had a pick made, and he signed a book at Northwood Country Club when he got out of jail the first time.
And that's where I interviewed him at the fence there at number 6. The tee box at number 6, tags that I did.
And 318, don't serve his meal with a knife. Don't put the knife in the burger, like some places do. Or the brisket chimichanga. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sal Governale.
Super Dave, was there a knife on the table? Too soon?
Bayou Bellway's trash text line.
What if OJ calls this radio show right now?
Uh-huh.
What is your move if that phone lights up and he is on the other end of it?
We answer it. We interview it. What brings you to town? Family, obviously.
Sure.
No, they've got a big, isn't there a big softball deal going on with Moortown? Like the Moortown Community Softball
I
type
just
thing?
know that he's been here before, obviously, but it seems like he's gone by now.
Yeah, this is the longest I've heard of him.
It seems like
stay.
that's what it seems like.
And I assume he's probably hit a couple of the casinos. Make sure you're in one room next to him. Like Roger said, this is my Heisman. It's one of these things that is it is very unusual, and of course, it's here in Shreveport.
Right.
Of course
it is.
OJ is rumored to be building a house in Shreveport. Of course, he's getting a couple of heads of lettuce at the grocery store. Grabbing some eggs and butter. Oh, wait, there's vanilla wafers on sale. They're having their 1 penny sale. I better stack up. I need some more Gatorade. It's going to be a hot day on the golf course today. Maybe I can play around with Biba Baba Booba Baba. Yeah. Would Netherton
In a heartbeat, he would go up to him. Oh, God,
and break bread and barbecue with him?
Yes, oh, God, yeah. That pork's not very good there. It's got horizontal lines.
It's got horizontal lines. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ? Well, I can. Horizontal lines in that brisket. Blasphemy! 829. Bayou Bell Waste Trash Text Line. Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love talking trash. 489-745-3318 Guy Pile. What do we have there, Hester? Anything else to get to before we take a timeout?
318 says, did you have to say a couple of heads of lettuce?
Well, you go through the produce. That's the first thing you do when you go in the grocery store. I get the produce first.
See, I'm washing lettuce.
Some lettuce, some blueberries.
That's when the big bucks.
You know the reason why we got a big head of lettuce?
What's that?
Because Grish's tomatoes. I'm going to the grocery store yesterday, and Allie's like, hey, get a head of lettuce and some bacon so we can make some really good BLTs. I'm like, oh, yeah. I think I'll get a head of lettuce and some bacon. I'm
I can't believe you said that. That's what Shannon and Lauren did this weekend. They made BLTs out of those tomatoes.
The only thing that I'll eat mayonnaise on. The only sandwich I'll eat
mayonnaise is good on that, yeah.
That's it. And maybe a cold roast beef sandwich. But whoever eats roast beef anymore at home? Anyone make roast beef at home anymore?
Usually after some holiday, I end up with
somebody else made that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever does a pot roast. Allie used to do it. Don't we? We still have our crock pot.
We'll throw them in the crock pot. We actually do that more often than, yeah.
That reminds me. She needs to break out the crock pot. What the heck? We haven't done a roast in the crock pot forever. She's making incredible vegetable stew with it. Huh. Sounds like we got dinner plans. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 The Tiger. Rogers Hampton. Adam Hester. We're here for you. Every day. Just like Swoop. Swoop Stores, brighten your day at Swoop Stores. Brighten your day with a biscuit, with a croissant, or a biscuit, or an English muffin at Swoop. They'll put the eggs and the sausage and the bacon and cheese in between those biscuits and croissants. Swoop Store, Swoop Store. They're locally owned and operated. Swoop on I-20 in Bossier City. On Industrial, you'll find them in Shreveport on Bert Coons. Off I-49, Brighten your day at Swoop Store. We'll be back right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has been stewarded by Denny Rogers for so long. What a great guy. Battle on the Border, Athlete of the Week, high school football highlight shows, Mudbug sponsorship. Remember that. Next time you're in the market for a Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram, think about Denny and what he's meant for this community. GoLanders.com. Utility bills climb in the summertime, Rogers.
And climb and climb and
Yodel,
climb.
yodel, yodel, yodel.
Hey,
That's the Price is Right
That
game.
was my favorite game on The
I
Price is
love
Right.
The Price is Right, but the last thing I need is that yodeler giving all of our money to AEP Swepco.
And that's what's happening with your bill. Up the old ladder.
Love our power company. Don't get me wrong, but they don't need all of our money.
No.
Rapolo's Insulation makes sure they don't get all your money. Properly insulated, 865-5113. Family-owned and operated, Rapolo's Insulation.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
The great banking team, Gippsland Bank and Trust, 3 locations serving you. Here's the cool thing about GBT. Gives you the best of both worlds. What do I mean by that? The best of the future. All the technological advancements, the banking app is just amazing. Plus, customer service like you've never seen before. You'll love the great banking team.
Hey, everybody, it's Russell Hall with Bayou Bell Waste.
This is also Clint McCullough with Bayou Bell Waste. We want to talk to you about our experience here on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Yeah, him and Jacob Hester have been great people to hang out with. And wait,
Okay.
Did you say Jim?
I did say Jim, and you do realize that it's Adam Hester, not Jacob.
Dude, I had him sign my paper.
That's why he looked at you funny. Okay.
Well, listen, regardless of Jim, Tim, Jacob, Adam, these guys are phenomenal, and we advertise with them because of the return that they get for us, and they can do the same for you. Give them a call today.
We here at Bayou Bell Waste sponsor the Bayou Bell Trash Text Line, 318-489-7453. Hey, reach out to them if you want to be a sponsor here on the Tim Fletcher Show. Have a great day.
Swoop Stores. Of course, you'll find them on Industrial in Bossier City and, of course, Shreveport, right across from Home Depot off I-49 on Burt Coons. Adam Hester,
yes,
you love Swoop.
I do.
You love the biscuits.
I do.
You also like the restrooms.
Clean.
Big.
Even if you don't have to go, you almost want to go because they're clean.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to the restroom every time I go to Swoop,
Sure.
but I feel like I'm kind of missing out if
while
I don't.
I'm here.
Why wouldn't I?
Sure. Go for it.
Same thing. Biscuits. Bathrooms. Don't miss out. Swoop. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 1130 The Tiger.
Okay, sorry, Zuckerberg. We're done. 8:35. Roger Sampson, Adam Hester, myself. Kicking it old school. 320-1130, 320-1130. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. That's where Nick joins us right now. Good morning, Nick. What's going on?
Hello, Tim Fletcher Show. This is the Laugh Track Comedy Show where we make you laugh. Today we got some OJ jokes I'd like to share with you.
Oh, boy.
What did the LAPD and Tropicana have in common? They both had OJ in a can. I got another one for you. What's the difference between O.J. Simpson and John Elway? One drives a slow white Bronco, and the other one is the slow white Bronco. One more. What did O.J. have in common with a box of fireworks? They both can kill people to let them off anyway.
All right. There's Nick on the
Miss anything?
No, you didn't. You didn't miss anything. Didn't miss anything. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line. 489-7453. 489-7453.
Draco, what if the Juice wants to do a show under the Fletcher LLC?
I don't think we have room. Although we could put him in with Netherton. Rogers, you,
Netherton
the
there?
Great Big
OJ
Juice Show.
Great Big Juice Show.
The no lines and the juice brisket. Juicy and brisket. Brisket and juice.
Netherton chooses the meat and OJ brings the cutleries.
How about brisket and juice, Netherton and OJ do a show together?
Brisket and juice.
Have like a kind of a Snoop Dogg type remake of gin and juice. Just with brisket instead.
Yeah. Draco, bet he can carve a brisket better. There's going to be a few of those jokes. 318, no way they paid for him to sing that ad.
Who, Juice?
Is it the rental car commercial? Did he sing in those?
I think they're talking about the swoop ad.
Oh.
You know, there are people who think I sing just fine. Haven't met them yet, but I guarantee you.
They're out there.
They're out there. Somebody out there.
Everybody!
Oh, my God.
Everybody!
Just...
Let's get it started! Let's get it started in here! Let's get it started! Let's get it started in here! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Now, who sings better? My swoop ad or get it started?
Speaking of knives.
Who would you rather spend an afternoon with? Get it started or OJ?
I'll drive the golf cart, I think, in this scenario.
By the way, our poll is going to be going on through like 9:45, I believe. 9:45.
Okay.
Currently, ignore him is at 44%. Acknowledge with a hello. 38%. Take a pic with him. 18%.
And we can pin it to the top of the profile there.
Yeah.
So almost 20%. Take a pic.
Mm-hmm.
Little surprised?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's a, you know, do you call him notorious? What's the definition of notorious? Not the Duran Duran.
Or the rapper.
Huh?
Or the rapper.
Yeah.
Famous or well-known, typically for some bad quality or deed.
Okay, so I think that he kind of fits that definition.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
who else is notorious that is still attention getting in America right now? Is there anybody that comes to mind?
Like Jim Baker, would he be notorious? Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
terrible.
He's
his show.
Yeah.
Or is he, because he was convicted of something, so he would.
Right.
I don't know, I guess you can be convicted and notorious.
Ray Caruth.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. If you run into him,
yeah,
it means that the floodwaters have really gotten up there.
That's the thing. Like, if you get convicted of something, you go like past notorious, right? Like notorious is like, OJ, like you're walking around and people know that maybe
things about you.
Yeah. So I don't know where it begins and ends.
Yeah, I don't either. But it is. We have all heard.
Sure.
Hey, man, O.J. Simpson was in town like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. Whenever before he got in jail for the Las Vegas stuff. And then soon after he was here, I think. But this has just been unusual in that he's kind of planted a flag here. I think he's going to be getting an accommodation from the city on Tuesday. He's going to be sitting next to Sammy at the city council meeting.
Could you imagine? Like he has more public input apparently than the city council.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't concern yourself with this.
Hello, city council. This is me, Orenthal James Simpson. I would like to talk about. We got some streetlights out on my side of this road here. Oh, I'd like to see something done about Fairgrounds Field.
We'll get those fixed right away, Mr. Simpson.
What would you do if you're the city council? All of a sudden, you're looking on the agenda. O.J. Simpson will be addressing us about issues he has with city sidewalks.
City sidewalks. Distant holiday.
Bayou Bell Waste Trash text line 489-7453.
A couple of notorious Conor McGregor tweets, text rather. That is his nickname.
Yeah.
The Tour de France guy is notorious. Like Lance Armstrong? Yeah.
But he's acknowledged the lie and apologized for it. He did raise $100+ million for cancer. Yeah.
Is Pete Rose notorious then? Like, it's kind of along the same
laws, though.
But it was kind of along the same line. Like, it's kind of walking the line,
Yeah, when I think of notorious, I think, people who were.
Babyface Nelson. Don't call me Babyface. It's George Nelson.
Oh, wait.
Like the guy in Boston.
Wait, who are you doing? Are you doing?
We got the juice here.
320-1130.
He wasn't there.
Bayou Bell Waste Trash text line 489-7453.
Draco says...
Shocked, by the way.
Ray Caruth is also out, he says.
Yeah, Ray Caruth is out.
Because
that's the guy that I would say, like, okay, now if Ray Caruth comes to town, I'm like, good.
He was trying to have some kind of relationship with the kid or something.
And who's special, who needs a lot of assistance. Right.
Strange,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So that's one of those you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Gulp. Got it again.
Here I thought today we might talk about the fact that Anthony Davis is not going to wear 23 after all.
Yeah, but Nike was like, hold on. We got a whole lot of 23 Lakers jerseys with James printed on it. You ain't going anywhere with that. There ain't no doubt about it.
Not sure if you know who signs the checks here. But,
exactly.
Yeah.
We're paying you, so we tell you when you can change your jersey number. Anthony Davis deciding not to play in the FIBA World Championship because he wants to concentrate on a championship season. Okay.
Didn't he do that this year?
Yeah, were you not concentrating the last couple of years?
For the Lakers?
Jeez.
Probably a better chance to win that tournament than the Lakers.
No lie. Yeah. All right.
No, Hirel, I will not be reading that text.
Yeah, one of us is going to run into OJ today.
Yeah, maybe so. That's more of your area.
Yeah.
Though, like,
yeah, he's been popping up right
town.
over around my neck of the woods. Maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't have cut the bushes back so much. We got cameras on everywhere, so.
Imagine if he just, hey, hello, neighbors. We got shears, and you're like, huh?
Like on Home Improvement. He's Wilson on Home Improvement. Huh?
You just see like the top of his head and his eyes.
Yeah. Bayou Bell Waste Trash text line. Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love talking trash, at 671-9900. That's their phone number. Get in touch with two phones. Get in touch with Clint McCullough, 671-9900.
Mary says, Pete Rose, I would walk up, hug him, talk his ear off, and take my picture with him. Sure. Yeah.
The 2 times I went to Vegas, one time with someone that I would never go to Vegas with ever again, decided that he was going to go and just have this extended conversation with Pete Rose. And just started talking to him about things that Pete Rose was probably thinking, why in the hell am I talking to you about this stuff? Who are you? What is this? I'm like, if you want to go in there and get an autograph, get an autograph. But get the hell out of there. You know? We walked by and, hey, it's Pete Rose. I'm not going to go in there and engage him in conversation.
Those weird, like, leather hats that he wears or whatever. Like what?
That he sweats a lot under. Like, I'm saying, because he had on a leather hat. It's just like, like, did you fall into some baby oil?
Do you own the company that makes these?
Because no one else wears these. Oh you're the only one.
Buy that at Diamond Shamrock?
Yeah, no lie.
Mary wants to know the OJ connection to Shreveport. His mother was
and grandmother
from
it's like
Rodessa?
very Rodessa. That's where it is. Yep. It's very, very close relatives.
Yeah.
And so he has got a ton of cousins.
So he's got a bunch of cousins. Yeah, right. And the golf course.
And don't forget that his attorney was from here as well.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of ties for OJ to Shreveport.
He was spotted at Southern Trace, right?
I think so.
And then in years past, it's been Northwood Country Club. That was the golf course he was. Yeah. You have Danger Boys trying to now text. I'm not reading that. Yeah, not reading that one either. That's a KFC OJ joke. And
8:49 the time. 8:49 the time. Look at the time. Look at the time.
Church is open yet?
I don't know. I didn't go into Burger King.
Oh, they got the metric system.
First choice personnel. Make First Choice your last call. 797-7810. If you're looking for a job, or if you know of somebody looking for a job, how about being that hero that shows them the way, that provides the flashlight that kind of lights up where they need to be? 797-7810. Pass it along to that buddy of yours, that cousin of yours, that son of yours, that daughter, that aunt that's looking for a job, has just seemed to be kind of hitting a brick wall with it. First Choice Personnel, locally owned and operated, family owned and operated. 797-7810. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. First Choice Personnel, 8:50 the time. Rogers and Adam and I. Coming right back right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Every single Friday on our show, we have Forcum Friday spotlighting a Northwestern State University Demon athlete or coach.
Ooh, yay! I love that segment. I especially like it when y'all talk baseball because my nephew is a Demon.
That's true.
And don't forget, family tradition, my mother is a Demon.
Ooh, I think I'll just kind of let that one sit there. Forcum Friday.
What is that
Every
supposed to
single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Very funny.
You know, Nicole, they say I've got an electric personality. Does that help me out at First Choice Personnel?
It would help you. I'm looking for electrical or mechanical, technical people.
I'm not so mechanical, but I do have an electric personality.
Sounds good. You come my way. Let me see what I can do for you.
All right, 797-7810, 797-7810. First Choice Personnel, make First Choice your last call.
I'm about to starve.
I don't know, but I want to eat something. I will eat this paper.
I know what I want. I want those Brussels sprouts from Fat Calf at Red River.
Are they not the best?
Yeah, I mean, just that one dish, the Brussels sprouts, would get me there. But, of course,
there's so much more. Fat Calf Boucherie inside Red River Brewing. If you guys haven't tried their brunch, man, oh, man, you're missing it. Sundays, 10:30 to 2. It's amazing.
The French toast.
It's the best I've ever had. Red River Brewing, Fat Calf Boucherie.
You're on 49. It is so easy to just hit that Burt Coons exit and swoop into Swoop.
If you need to top off your tank, Swoop. Locally owned and operated. Of course you want to support a Shreveport business and a Bossier business on Industrial in Bossier City. But at the Swoop in Shreveport, sweetie,
Those breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches where the biscuits are a mile high.
Ho, 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 ho.
Sausage, egg, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They've
Hot
got
coffee
hot
and
coffee,
the OJ.
clean restrooms. Brighten your day at Swoop.
There it is.
The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com.
Shreveport's Comic-Con, GeeksCon, returns for its 5th anniversary. This year's GeeksCon is back at the Shreveport Convention Center, August 16th through the 18th. GeeksCon is presented by Margaritaville Casino Resort. This year's guest lineup includes, from Guardians of the Galaxy and The Walking Dead, Michael Rooker. From Reading Rainbow and Star Trek, LeVar Burton. From A League of Their Own and Orange is the New Black, Lori Petty. You'll also meet stars from Game of Thrones, Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Office, Supernatural, Pet Sematary, and more. Check out GeekCon.com for the complete guest lineup. Your ticket to GeekCon 2019 gets you access to the free video game truck from the U.S. Army. Trivia Night Fever strikes GeekCon with free trivia contests all weekend long. The DMI Arcade returns full of local arcade games. Everything you need to know about tickets, vendor info, and the full guest lineup can be found on our website, geekscon.com.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show, 8:54 is the time. Big week. It's the Open Championship this week, right?
It's already time for that.
The 18th through the 21st. That's this Thursday through Sunday, right?
Having a contest?
Yeah, we'll do a contest for the Open.
Knock
You won't be here.
yourself
Oh, that's right. I don't know if I can trust the idiots.
Thank you, God. But
oh no.
So, are the Danger Boys going to split this mic from Wednesday to Friday?
You never know.
And next week?
You never know. Rogers is hoping so. Patrick doesn't know it, but they're going to be co-hosting with him this week as well.
Send them in with Bonsai.
Holy moly. John, who are these two boys in here?
You won't need OJ.
Holy cow. I hear Jay Bonsai's name and I start pushing in my thumbtack.
It's like, what are you doing?
Just instinctively.
Yep.
So it is a big week, the Open
Sure.
Championship, and it's the Super Summer Sizzling Sale at Brewer Quality Homes. So both sides of the pond covered. Brewer Quality Homes up to $10,000 off the price of beautiful manufactured homes. Never going to find a better deal on a manufactured home than you will this weekend at Brewer Quality Homes. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Open is Thursday through Sunday. Super Summer Sizzling Sale at Brewer Quality Homes. Everything Donnie touches turns to sold. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'm just waiting to see.
Oh,
It's a Danger Boys. Who it is? Please put up the name.
What name are they using this time? Nathan. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Fletcher, what's going on?
Not much, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just got some OJ jokes for you.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot for the phone call there, Nathan. 8:56 the time. Rogers and Adam and just cruising through this lovely
Can you limit
Monday.
them?
Huh?
Limit them to 2?
Oh, we got the cell phone bill from Danger Boy 1 was on a cruise with his dad and his dad's wife. Told him, hey, you might want to check the you guys are out there in the middle of the ocean. Probably don't need to be using the cell phone.
Did no one tell him this ahead of time?
We did. Yeah, we told him.
And he just, whatever.
He said, well, I had Wi-Fi on the ship, and Dad said that he was that it was, the Wi-Fi would take care of that.
No. And those
His portion of the cell phone bill was $275.
And you only get like a small amount of Wi-Fi unless you buy like that huge unlimited package thing, and that's super expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So we could probably limit his cell phone.
So he might actually need to go get a job this morning just for that reason.
Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line 489-7453.
Oh, okay. This is a callback to when you were on vacation. Adam, did you ask Tim, was that him on the lake in Hot Springs on the jet ski in the bikini in Razorback red with a Trump cap that said "Make the Hogs Great Again"? I had a couple buddies of mine said it sure looked like him. Around Howard Beach. That's the most auto-corrected text anyone's ever sent. But yeah, when you were gone on your vacation, someone that was the theory of this texter, is that you were actually just in Arkansas jet skiing with a "Make the Hogs Great Again" hat and a Razorback red bikini.
I don't think that was me. No, that was not me.
It's come out years later that Tim was actually just been in Arkansas for all of these trips that he talks about. He goes,
look at that Pacific Ocean. Isn't it beautiful?
Like, does that say Getty Images? I did that one time, by the way.
Oh,
so look, someone that you now know who can be quite persistent in his text messages from hails from over in Longview now, but originally not from there.
Yeah.
And one of the last times we were in Seattle, he kept just pestering me about sending a picture of the fish throwing thing. This is my third time here. I've done all that. Like, I'm not going back to see the fish get tossed around, on and on. Just send us a picture. You know.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's see. Google. Picture of fish being thrown at Pike's Place Market. Really? Let me crop out that. Here you go. Just for you. Oh, thanks, man. Sent it to the rest of the group that I'd done that, and yeah, it's quite hilarious.
That's fun.
Yes.
That's fun. Very good. Who do we have on the...
It's Josh now.
Sure it is.
Wants to talk basketball.
Hey, Josh. Good morning. Welcome to the Tim Fletcher Show at 11:30 The Tiger on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Mudbugs Hockey, of course, your home for NAHL Hockey, North American Hockey League. Season 4 with the Mudbugs gets underway starting this September. Sorry, Josh. Didn't quite get to you. Oh, you're there, Josh?
I'm not on it.
I'm not on? I'm not on? Bunch of morons.
How do you create characters on your show who then now prank call the show that they were created?
I told them, call other businesses and prank call them and record it, and if it's funny enough,
yeah,
we can play it back here.
And there's like 3 names that call this show anyway, and we know who they are.
Right.
So, right. That's what, now they're going to all be EH. Watch.
Yes.
EH, you have to find a new name.
I've got an idea.
Roger's unplugged the phone.
I'm just going to unplug it.
Well, OJ might call. Plug it back in.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
OJ hot.
Yes.
Speaking of the British Open.
Yes.
You see your boy Phil?
Yes.
It's an interesting new diet choice.
Yeah. What's up with that?
He has not been playing well lately. So he has decided to fast for 6 days and lost 15 pounds.
That seems kind of dumb. Before you're getting ready to go play 4 rounds of golf where you're walking the entire time.
And you know, I hate to tell this stuff. Maybe you're playing, or not poorly per se, but you're not playing as well as you once did because you're, 49. And maybe that's got something to do with it instead.
Yeah.
It tends to slow down after a while.
Yeah. He lost how many pounds?
15.
In how many days?
6.
That seems counterintuitive.
Fasting for 6 days, losing 15 pounds. He has missed the cut in 4 of his past 6 starts.
So when did the fast take place? Maybe it was like 3 weeks ago. Surely he didn't do this last week.
Water and a special coffee blend for wellness, as well as a brief retreat.
A brief retreat.
His life is a retreat.
Yeah, no lie. Take a vacation from Phil Mickelson's life.
The last 10 days, I've done what I call a hard reset to change and try and make things better. So it is recent.
Wow.
Since winning the Pebble Beach, the Pro-Am, for his 44th tour title.
Right.
Just one top 20 finish and a tie for 18th at the Masters. You're 49 and you're tying for 18th at the Masters. Like, that's
pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. I don't think that you've got to get back down to rail thin supermodel waif-like to become a better golfer.
See, as a Tiger got that major, I think that's what this is.
Well, it's going to have a hard time getting there.
You know? He's not going to catch Tiger. But it's like, well, I'm going to win one after he wins one.
Right.
You know? He's never won. The U.S. Open's the one he's never won. He won the British Open in 2013.
Good luck, Phil. I would not be putting money on Phil Mickelson this week.
Probably
This is kind of like at the Ryder Cup when he decided to switch clubs.
Yeah.
Without telling Hal Sutton, the captain.
A guy like him, as competitive as he is, like we've heard the stories, you know, he's got 5 major titles, which is phenomenal for anybody. But the fact that he's got 3 of the 4, and at the one that he didn't win, he's been second place 6 times. You think that burns him up a little bit, probably?
I think it probably chaps him a
because
little
he couldn't
bit.
get the career slam or whatever.
Yeah. Probably was a little, kind of like Federer yesterday with a chance 2 times to win Wimbledon while serving and not being able to come through. Probably bothers him.
Even though he's won, however much money.
I assume that it probably bothers Serena that she didn't play well.
Yeah.
Well, and got thoroughly outplayed, too.
And it's not like she was Halep was the number 1 player at one point.
And won the first set like in 20-something minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like 6-1.
Because Serena's, 37?
37.
Yeah, I mean, that's
37 and 300 and something days. So she's...
Right. At some point, it just catches up to, and she's not playing a regular schedule anymore, is she? Isn't she kind of just picking and choosing, kind of like Tiger?
Yeah.
So at some point, and plus she was carrying Andy Murray in the doubles,
right,
before they got eliminated from that. So
take it from a guy who fell in the tub. Age catches up with you. He'll get you.
Or a college football coach who apparently fell at the beach. That looked like a very European-looking beach too.
It did look like a European beach.
What's that Orgeron? What if he has to open his press conference today with that? Still sand in his face.
Bayou Bellway's trash text line, Adam, 489-7453.
Johnny C., let's see. You fast, lose weight, get weaker, don't hit the ball as far, go to where food is horrible anyway, and pass out walking the front 9.
That doesn't...
And it's not even like England; it's Northern Ireland, so it's even worse food.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no basis for that. It's a smaller place.
Stories I hear from David secondhand was that not in any hurry ever to.
As many good things as the people of Great Britain have brought us.
Yeah.
Food, not one of them.
By the way, have you guys seen these ideas that are floating around out there? And it has also come from conference commissioner Matt Brown. Of SB
I
Nation.
started to text you something, I think, about this yesterday.
Yep. We'll get into this. Is there a possible merging of Conference USA and the Sun Belt? Conference USA and the, basically the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? And also, Matt Brown of SB Nation brings up a really interesting kind of notion. This whole, you've got to at least average 17,000 per game.
Yeah.
The NCAA has basically just said, yeah,
no one's paying attention to that. Yeah.
Louisiana Tech and UL Monroe would both find themselves in a bunch of problems.
Right.
We'll kind of get into that kind of stuff because it's SEC Media Days, Big 12 Media Days. College football is basically hitting the back stretch right now. After being dormant for so long, think about it, between races at a horse track, it's 26 minutes. After the race ends and they finally post the results, go down to the paddock area, you look around, okay, 22 minutes to post. They finally bring the horses out there to parade around. Well, if that is a football season, we are now out of the gate, and they're heading down the backstretch on a 6-furlong race. And we are approaching the far turn with the beginning of the season. It'll be here before you know it, man. AccuTip, 861-2255. We know the heat will be here before you know it. We got a little bit of a break yesterday thanks to Barry. Kind of cooling things down and keeping things overcast. Should be overcast again today, but not a big chance of rain. But the heat returns later on in the week, highs in the mid-90s. It's going to be sweltering. It's going to be a convection oven. It's going to be blue blazes hot. Nobody better than AccuTip to take care of your cool-me-down needs. 861-2255. Family and locally owned and operated. Dwayne Simpson and his crew are ready at your beck and call. 861-2255. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers and Adam. We'll return right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. ShapenToyota.com. It's open 24/7. Ken Shapen Toyota, Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. They will bring the cars to you for a test drive. That's what I said. They will bring them from Marshall to Shreveport, Bossier for you to check out. Shapen Toyota. Well, guys, it's not often that we get to witness history, but joining us on the phone, Brewer Quality Homes, Donnie Brewer, 3830 East Texas. It's almost like passing the torch.
It's exactly like passing the torch. So from now until he gets fired, Nate Dizzle is going to be the general manager, and he's going to run Brewer Quality Homes.
Nate Dizzle, that's a lot of responsibility, buddy. Are you ready for all that comes with this position?
Man, I was born ready.
He was born ready. Brewer Quality Homes, where Nate Dizzle is now running the show. 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. There may not be a better proponent of Chill and Hill than the guy sitting next to me, Adam Hester.
Yes.
You love Chill and Hill and what it can do.
The cryotherapy, the Normatec, I need that. Gotta have it.
The Normatec, it's literally like going to a masseuse, but much shorter time and just cooler stuff because it's like wearing ski pants.
Yeah, like putting on masseuse pants.
Where can I find those masseuse pants? Only one place.
Chill and Hill.
798-4325. Make your appointment. Chill and Hill, 798-4325.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
If I'm looking for something to absolutely cool down on a hot summer day, there is really no other choice other than Daiquiri Express. 5 locations serving you. Make summer just slip by into the styrofoam cup. Daiquiri Express. Oh, so good. When you call something great, sometimes you wonder, is this really applicable here? Well, it certainly is at GBT, the great banking team. They do everything well above good. I would dare say great. The great banking team of Gibbs Bank and Trust. The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clint McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. Sports World, 8809 Joella, just off 3132. They've been around, Adam, since 1973.
Long time.
Were you around in 1973?
I was not, but they have taken care of my athletic needs for a long time now.
Remember, we know that travel ball's coming up for the summer and stuff, but it will be football season soon.
Football season. Rec soccer. Travel soccer.
Indoor soccer.
Never ends.
It never ends, just like their warehouse never ends. I think there are still 4 employees from the 80s that are still wandering around in there.
Just lost.
They've got your equipment. They've got your uniforms. They're Sports World. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. It's 12 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. 320-1130, 320-1130. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text Line, 489-7453, 489-7453. So happy to be with you here on this Monday, July 15th. Rogers Hampton, Adam Hester, all part of the big show. So we've got, everything's going great for the SEC.
Yeah.
Everything's going great for the Big 12.
Yeah.
ACC.
Sure.
Got their own network now.
Their own network.
Pac-12 getting maybe a $700 million or more infusion of cash.
Mm-hmm.
The Big Ten, they feel like they've got it better than everybody.
UConn back to the Big East. The Big East basketball returns again.
Yeah. All kind of fun stuff going on. Oh, hold on. Wednesday and Thursday, Conference USA media days are going on in Frisco. They can't keep doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They can't keep doing what they're doing in the MAC. And they can't keep doing what they're doing in the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
I don't think they can keep doing what they're doing in the Mountain West.
I don't know. Maybe not.
They're at the very tail end. What they're doing is, of course, trying to keep up with the Joneses. The Wyomings of the world are trying to play in the same universe as the Alabamas. That seems far-fetched. But then the UL Monroes of the world are also trying to play in the same universe as the Alabamas, and that seems impossible. So something's got to give. And there has been ideas tossed around that, okay, you got the Conference USA, which goes from where to where now?
Oh, God.
Charlotte, Old Dominion. Well, I guess Old Dominion is the furthest, right? Aren't they in Old Dominion in Norfolk?
Should have a map on this. Let's see.
All the way to
look at that.
Rice? Is that right?
UTEP?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, UTEP.
All the way to Old Dominion?
Yeah.
And Charlotte? All out, yeah.
Western Kentucky?
Yeah.
Florida International, Florida Atlantic.
It's a wide area.
All right, so now then you look at the Sun Belt map. All right, so the Sun Belt. It stretches from
Texas to
Texas.
Also Florida?
To
or
who?
No. South
yeah, Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
So, doesn't it kind of stand to reason that maybe, just maybe, how about Conference USA split at the Alabama state line? Everything north, south, which would be the Florida Panhandle, and east of Alabama goes to Conference USA East. Everything west of it from the Sun Belt and Conference USA combines to form Conference USA West. So if right now Sun Belt would be in the east, it's App State, Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. So there's 4 teams. App State, Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. So that's 4 teams. Who's Conference USA in that same kind of map?
Current.
Where they're east of Alabama and in Florida. Do we need the Danger Boys to call in?
Well, there was a map a second ago. There we go. All right. So
Don't
say
they
that
have their
again.
institution somewhere?
Here's the one. What got all this started was this Twitter account showing up about the Southern 12 Conference.
Mm.
And geographically, it does make some sense. But who started this? Is the thing? Is it somebody who might actually be
doubtful? Because
in the know?
If so, no one's taken anybody from the Sun Belt, anybody that has relativity in the Conference USA. No one's acknowledging this. But let's say out of the Conference USA, you take Florida Atlantic, Florida International, Marshall University, Middle Tennessee, UNC Charlotte, Old Dominion, and Western Kentucky. That's 7. That's 11 schools. Find another school to add in there. And instead, you keep the Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas and Arkansas schools together. So you'd have UAB, Tech, North Texas, Rice, Southern Miss, UTEP, Texas San Antonio, UTA, Troy, Texas State, USA, ULM, Arkansas State, and Little Rock. So there's 25 schools, 14 in Conference USA West, 11 in Conference USA East.
Not everybody plays football either.
Right.
UTA, Little Rock.
So you'd have 12 football playing schools in Conference USA West. It sure seems to make a lot more sense.
Right.
Or what we were talking about in the break, UL Monroe should just drop back down to 1AA. Join the Southland. Bring back imagine if you're a UL Monroe alum, like, I don't know, all of us are. But if you remember going to games as a student or whatever, if all of a sudden UL Monroe was playing conference games against UCA, McNeese, Nichols, Southeastern, oh, by the way, Northwestern State, Sam Houston, Stephen F. Austin, Lamar, Incarnate Word, Houston Baptist, Abilene Christian. I think you'd have a whole lot more people showing up at Malone Stadium for Southeastern coming into town than anything else. You know?
It's the swallowing of the pride to do so.
If you can never get over the hump, and right now, UL Monroe, when's the last time that they won over 6 games was when they came here to play Ohio, right?
They've had one bowl game ever, as far as FBS goes. Last year, bowl eligible, but not selected.
Right. And it's never going to be easy.
Mm-mm.
Win totals for UL Monroe since the bowl game, 6-4-2-4-4-6.
Yeah.
Prior to the bowl game,
Going backwards. 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 4, 5, 5, 1, 3, 2, 1. Huh. Seemed to be a lot more fun going to games when UL Monroe was winning, going to the playoffs. Imagine a Northwestern State, UL Monroe rally in the alley state fair game here. The city puts up $250,000, pays each team $125,000 to come over here and play at Independence Stadium.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think you'd have 30-something thousand people there.
There's going to be kind of a day of reckoning at some point, like you say, with the money, the travel, the expenses. People are going to, at some point, not be able to afford to maintain these athletic programs. Because, like I said, trying to keep up with the Joneses, which is why there should be 2 divisions within the FBS anyway. Mm-hmm. Because why are we – so we have no chance to play for the championship in the division that we are in before a ball is kicked. So why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? How are you able to recruit kids outside of the A, it's a free education.
Mm-hmm.
B, it's your chance to keep playing football. C, we might get you to the league. Look at these guys we send to the NFL or the CFL or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the reason, how you can. But also guys don't like to win.
Yeah.
If you go out there, you have no chance to win, Northwestern State knows that they're not going to beat LSU. But when they get to Southland Conference action, Brad Laird and his staff think, whoa, boy, dude, we may win 8 games here. Right. We may win the conference.
Right.
If we do, guess what? We're going to the playoffs.
Couldn't they have 2 divisions within FBS and still play each other?
That's been something else, talking about how why not have an
but have their own,
like UIL, big school, little school.
Have their own 4-team deal.
Right.
And they could still play each other in bowl games. They could still play each other in regular season games. But as we've seen, how many chances has there been where they could take one of those teams, Houston, Boise, whoever, TCU before they were in the Big 12, and some of them got close in the old format with the BCS. The computers had a hand in things, but Central Florida couldn't get in either of these last 2 years. Why not do your own division and play for your own FBS Division II championship?
I don't know. All these make better sense than UL Monroe and even Louisiana Tech trying to fight their way against Arkansas, Alabama, LSU on a yearly basis.
You should be playing 2 and sometimes 3 of those teams every year. You're just killing yourself.
Right.
You got to go. You got to win. You got to go. All right, we played 2. Like ULM's playing Florida State, Iowa State, and Memphis this year. You don't have to, but you're doing it.
They have to. That's the money.
That's what I mean.
But all of a sudden, maybe if you only play one of those per year, and instead you're playing in 1AA and you're playing against Northwestern State, you're playing against McNeese. All of a sudden you go to Malone Stadium and you're like, hey, look at here. There's 28,000 people here. That's 2 times the amount that's normally here. Let's see, 15,000 times $30 a ticket. That's another $45,000.
You basically have to go 7-2.
$450,000. Yeah.
You go 7-2 to guarantee yourself a bowl trip, and that might not even. You might have to be 8-1 in conference, honestly, because 7-5 might, depending on what kind of year it is, might not get you in.
Before we get to EH, Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby just said there are troubling signs of diminishing football attendance in part due to the improved high quality of TV product and reliance on mobile and tech. Anybody that tells you they know the future 3 years, 5 years from now is delusional.
Right.
So why not start, instead of expanding, contracting? EH joins us on the Mudbucks Hockey Hotline. Good morning, EH. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, this topic, back in the day, I remember you were probably there. But I was just a little kid. You were probably graduated. But when did Northeast beat Tech? It was like a field goal. There was like a bunch of stuff flying around in the air. It was weird. And I think it was like their field goal kicker hit a field goal at the last minute and beat them, and it was the Northeast. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was Garcia. Yeah, Teddy Garcia. Yeah, one of the Garcia. That's the game that I had the busted ankle and I was jumping on Pat Collins on TV.
That was awesome, though.
Yes, it was. I mean, it was incredible. And, both schools benefited greatly from playing each other and having that rivalry. Both students' organizations benefited from having a rival at Louisiana Tech and having a rival in Monroe. To me, it is almost preposterous to think that for the betterment of the institutions, for the betterment of athletics, that something hasn't been worked out for more interaction between state schools not named LSU.
I don't get it, dude. I don't. And it's like Texas doesn't play A&M. That's stupid. It's like, so I'm not trying to pick on Adam, but so why didn't Evangel play Calvary? I mean, it's time to get over that. I mean, it's awesome football. It's a hell of a rivalry. Who wouldn't want to go watch that game? You know what I'm saying? I don't like either school, but I mean, I'm going to go. I mean, I'm not a fan, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's an adult.
I'm going to go watch that game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm with you, buddy.
My topic is this. So I would love them to expand, but it just goes back to the Tech thing. They can't have this and that. It's like all these teams, like you said, it's a pride deal. Like, well, we're not going to play with, what happens if, I don't know, Georgia State's like, yeah, we're not going to be in the conference with Troy, or if they probably already are, but you know what I mean. But it's like they got to get over it. But I'd love to see ULM go down. I mean, look, Monroe's about to, I think they might even lose CenturyLink. So it's not like, where's this money coming from? But, I mean, here's the big, 800-pound gorilla is like, look, these schools like playing, even though they get destroyed. They go to one bowl game and whatever. But, I mean, that one money game at Bama, that one money game at Texas, hey, man, the women's gymnastics and basketball, all the sport. I mean, men's soccer, I don't know. I mean, it pays for everything. So what are they going to do when they go to AA? I mean, are they going to start hosing programs? I mean, because that's a big influx of cash.
You still play those teams.
Yeah, but just don't play so many of them. And the thing is that if enough conference commissioners and school presidents start telling these Power 5 schools, look, guys, which came first, chicken or the egg? The fact that powerful schools are playing smaller schools in one of the home games that you're charging season ticket holders $150 for a ticket. You're playing, a directional school out of Michigan that you're going to beat 56-0. And so it's not worth it for these ticket holders to have to go pay that kind of money to see one, possibly two of those games. And so you're wondering why the attendance is down. Well, it's because you're playing Eastern Washington one week and Central Michigan the other at home, plus your 5 conference games at home or 4 conference games at home. And one of those conference games is against Vanderbilt or it's against Arkansas or whatever it is. I'll go ahead and beat you guys to the punch. And so instead of 104,000 people in Tiger Stadium, you've got 70,000. Well, what's going on with that? Well, here's what's going to eventually happen. These donors, these presidents are all going to say, well, if I'm going to give you another check for $2 million to the Razorback Fund, the Tiger Athletic Foundation Fund, the Crimson Tide, Roll Tiders, then I want to see better competition. I agree. We got to have better competition. So the school presidents tell the athletic directors, no more small guys. We want big guys. Get Baylor in here instead of Eastern Washington. Play Cal instead of Central Michigan. And so that's going to leave Central Michigan and Eastern Washington going, well, wait a minute, who the hell are we going to play? Not only are we out the money, but we also are out, we've got this hole in our schedule. That's eventually what's going to happen. It's a necessity. If you want higher attendance, play better games. Play better opponents. And if you do that, you're cutting out the little guys who have been making these paychecks. And if these little guys aren't making paychecks from going and playing in Oklahoma and getting paid $1.4 million to get their brains bashed in, where are they going to make up that money? They got to make it up with attendance. How are they going to have better attendance? By playing more regional schools. It seems kind of like a no-brainer. But then again, you got a lot of folks who don't seem to have a brain running things.
Yeah. I mean, with the everything on your laptop or whatever. I mean, and especially how kids are these days. I mean, they'd much rather not go to the game and just watch it on their iPad. But
right,
yeah, it baffles me because there's can be such cool rivalries and things. But listen, I like the playoffs because when it gets to the time to, I mean, still my biggest rub with college football is just once the super hits, it's over. I mean, because it's just nothing to do. There's no games playing. You get these, and I'm not knocking the bowls, but this is what's killed the Indy Bowl. I mean, it really is having the extra playoff format and the 2 extra games, and then the SEC team needs to get up there. And look, a lot of other bowls have the attendance is checked out, and the sponsors. It's just tough because the fan bases. If you don't make the top, I mean, good grief, if they went to an 18 playoff. I mean, bowl attendance for the mid to lower bowls would be nothing. I mean,
if they go to an 18 playoff, the bowl system would die.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think you're not going to say it, but it's best that the Independence Bowl is out of the ACC, SEC, business because, well, they're never in the SEC business for a while. But I mean, it's good they're out of that because I mean, it's like it's the fan bases when you're getting the you got to travel cross country to play in a lower seed bowl. Maybe 2 years ago you were in the contention for the conference championship. It's best to get the number 1 Sun Belt or the number 1, at least those fans are going to get on there, and go celebrate, and then maybe you get one of those every once in a while. But then you got to think about, are the local people going to, it's just I would hate to be, a bowl commissioner. I mean, dude, that would be the worst because it's just, it's contingent on so many different things, but as far as the football goes, I personally think that Southern 12, if that's a hoax or whatever, I think that's awesome. I think it's great. It's and don't try to do something stupid and have the conference championship game in Frisco, whatever. I mean, have it. Whoever has the best record in the regular season, boom, Western Kentucky, have at it. You get to host it. Make a week of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just and even if it's in Ruston, a little Ruston, who cares? I mean, just that's the perk you get if you win it, and hey, that's a guaranteed sellout. I mean, that's money. You know what I mean?
I agree. And the thing about it, EH, is, dude, seriously, these schools, the way that they're going to have to make money is they've got to put fannies in the seats, man. And you've got to give somebody something to watch. You've got to give students reasons to stay on campus for the weekend if you're in Monroe or Ruston or Rice or Lafayette. You can't give them a reason like, we're on the road again. They're playing, on the road to play West Virginia this week to get the $1.1 million check and get our brains bashed in. I think I'll go down to LSU and go hang out with my buddies I graduated high school with. They're at LSU, and I'll go to their parties, yada, 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 go to that game, hang out at their bars, do that kind of stuff. We never went to Baton Rouge when I was in Monroe. Ever. You know why? Because we had games on Saturdays, and one of those Saturdays, if we didn't have a game, it was over in Ruston. And we went to Ruston. And so we stuck around for the weekends in football season. You know what happens when you stick around on campuses on the weekends? Restaurants, bars, Howard Brothers discount, tribal spirits. Everybody stays and makes money. Businesses thrive because back in those days, 7,000 students, 8,000 students were all bugging out to Baton Rouge or heading down to New Orleans or going home for the weekend. It just, I don't know, man. People chased the dollar, and some were able to grab it, and some missed out. And, at some point, you've got to start being more fiscally responsible, and you've got to take care of those that are taking care of you, your donors and your season ticket holders.
I mean, ULM, they're not going to be something stupid like Centenary did and just get out of – that's not the move they're trying to make. I mean, they're making a move, like you said, where they used to dominate, Stan Humphries back in the day. I mean, they're going to a conference where, it's fun watching 1AA football or whatever, football championship, whatever it's called. But it's fun watching that. I mean, it really is. I mean, when you watch the North Dakotas and all that kind of stuff, and if you're a quarterback, this talent's coming out of there. So it's not like it's such a demotion. If you're just a really great quarterback, a phenom, and you're going to go to ULM and get your brains bashed in by every Power 5 conference team, or you could play against, like similar opponents and win a championship. You know what I mean? And that's a lot more eyeballs, and I would say your stats would be a lot better too, but what do I know? I don't know.
By the way, EA just popped DR. Happy he's doing well. 9:37 the time. Tim Fletcher Show. 320-1130. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text line. Rapolo's Insulation, 865-5113, 865-5113. It's hot. There's no better way to really lower your utility bills. If the AccuTemp air conditioner is working well, that's great. But what if you don't have the right insulation? What if you don't have enough insulation in your attic? Then all that cool air coming out of the vent is being wasted on the caterpillars on the roof. They're loving this stuff. You got blackbirds and crows and hawks and falcons all parking it on the roof because their tails are getting all cooled off. Who cares about the blackbirds and crows and falcons and pigeons? I care about your tails. Cool your tail off the right way by having the right insulation from Rapolo's. 865-5113, 865-5113. Locally and family-owned and operated, Rapolo's Insulation. Rogers and Adam and OJ and I will be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Welcome to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar, where every dish starts from scratch. Fresh ingredients bring our food to life. Mouth-watering cuisine, unique flavors, and we're always more than happy to share our Southern charm and culture. A love of life, family, food, friends, fun, sports, and celebrations. Walk-Ons. It's game day with the taste of Louisiana.
The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clem McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. One of the cool guys I know, Rogers Hampton Jr. here. How cool do you like your house to be?
Hey, man, I like it to be my high school football number, 34 degrees.
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
I don't know. What do those mean?
I don't know either. We're going to the metric system soon. Book it.
I know who we can call to find out.
AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255. Trey Rogers and Tom Hoffling are joining us here on the Tim Fletcher Show, Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. If you see a blur on the highway, is there a good chance that it's a Dodge?
There's a 100% chance.
That's what I thought.
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
Yep, and I guess we're the Dodge brothers, huh? I don't think our age difference would allow us to be brothers, but continue. You're probably right.
You never know what they can do with fertility clinics nowadays.
That's it. Let's get back to the Dodge Performance Days.
All right, Dodge Performance Days. Hey, we have Dodge Chargers and Dodge Challengers in almost every color, every option available. From the 6.4 392 Hemi to the great 305 horsepower V6. We've got a selection of everything.
Absolutely. We also have RT Durangos as well. So if you've, just like me, and you've got a family, but you've got the need for speed, you need to come check out this Durango.
Right. And if the blur on the back of your Dodge doesn't say Landers,
then you probably paid too much.
GoLanders.com.
You know, one of the best places to have a birthday party for your little one or for the big ones? Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. It's so festive there, and everybody's in such a great mood. The food is delicious. They've got several different places there in the restaurant that you could have your own little gathering and just hoop it up. Plenty of cold margaritas, cold beer, chips, dips, and of course, delicious fajitas. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory.
Old Mill Inn Road in Bossier City, just off I-20. Daiquiri Express with 5 locations all around Shreveport, serving you this summer. We know this, that it's going to be blue blazes hot in Shreveport, Bossier. Never fails. Just like Daiquiri Express, never fails to give you the frozen concoction that's going to make those summer days slip by. I know that Little League and Dixie League seasons are over. Travel ball's coming up, though.
It is. Never ends.
Sports World's got you covered.
They do. Bats, gloves, the works.
Pants.
Yep. Gotta have
jerseys. They can make your custom jerseys there at Sports World, your local uniform professional since 1973. They literally are the baseball and softball go-to guys.
Have been for years.
and they will continue to be for years. Since 1973, 8809 Juella, Sports World, just off 3132. Hitting cleanup for us here on the Tim Fletcher Show, it's First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
I think I already need a daiquiri, Rogers. The Danger Boys have driven me to daiquiris. Oh, that makes Tim Fletcher Show, 1130 The Tiger, brought to you by Daiquiri Express, locally owned and operated, family owned and operated Daiquiri Express. Oh, buddy, have they got the daiquiri deals for you today? Daiquiri Express. It's delicious, it's delightful, it's delectable, it's right over there. Pines Road, Mansfield Road with a drive-through location. Uri Drive in front of LSUS. Maybe before the test or after the test, depending on how you do or how you're prepared. North Market, where I-49 rolls through, and, of course, Shreve City in the round building at the base of the Barksdale Bridge. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line. Adam, what do we have cooking at 489-7453?
Johnny C. says that the drinking age was 18 at that time, and we would rather drink than eat back then.
Which we did. Rogers is still living like it's 1984.
It's that point where more food or more beer?
I'm going to pull the... Is this fasting? Can this be considered fasting if Rogers is on an all-beer diet?
Sweet.
It's like a salad in a bottle.
Yes, liquid salad.
Oh.
I know,
Jones says, I had Rapolo spray foam in my attic. It never gets above 82 up there now. Cost $140, but I'm saving money.
Bingo. That's what it's all about right there. Saving money.
This is your fault still.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
They're chugging orange juice behind us.
Yep.
Please don't waste the orange juice.
Well, are they setting up a table behind you, Rogers? What are they doing exactly?
He's texting you right now. Now, if they showed up with no breakfast.
Exactly.
I don't want food from them.
Not now.
No.
I'm a little leery.
No.
I don't want food from them.
Yeah. The Big 12 just announced that they are going to have their own Big 12 network.
Yeah.
On ESPN as part of their on ESPN Plus, kind of like 800 plus different athletic events.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be on the Big 12 Plus network. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. You get Longhorn Network on there as well, ESPN Plus, so you
really
get everything. Yeah.
Look at that. Someone's finally figured out a way to get the Longhorn
I've
network.
had it for a little while.
Oh, really? That's surprising.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
It's nice.
If you ever need to watch that USC Texas Rose Bowl replay, they got you covered.
They're just drinking orange juice
There better be vodka
behind them.
Then we're going to do the old reflex test.
Yes.
He's getting faster.
Is this completely your fault, or would you like to throw Allie under the bus as well?
I don't. Allie has told them to come up with smart, funny things.
Therein lies the problem.
I have told them to come up with funny, smart things. And this is what they come up with. So this is on them.
They need a handler.
Still think Billy's nephew should be the handler.
I agree. He doesn't have to be here with them.
They're drinking it, but they're just taking swigs of orange juice.
He can be their Paul Heyman. He can be their advocate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the danger here?
Calcium deposits.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What do you get? What do you get from OJ? Is calcium, OJ? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah.
There's orange juice with calcium in it.
Yeah. They won't get a cold probably. So there's that. A lot of vitamin C in there.
All right. As Tom Fornelli says, it's Amazon Prime Day. It's that one day a year when Jeff Bezos sneaks down your chimney overnight and plants bugs in your house to spy on you every waking second. Yeah.
By the way, UT Arlington is looking to add football. So that would be another one.
I think we solved this whole problem. Here's something I was talking to somebody about the other day about if they do expand the playoff situation, how it could affect bowls. I'm like, all right, let's say, I think we may have talked about it Thursday or Friday. Let's say you're a 4-5 team.
Yeah.
You're a first-year coach, second-year coach. You've got a 5-year deal. 3 or 4 of your best players are freshmen. You lose that next game and you're 4-6. Do you start thinking about, well, if we try to win these next 2 games, because of the expanded playoff, there's not a bowl game. What are we going to be? What's in it for us to try to beat our brains out?
Right.
To lose maybe one of these guys with a knee injury for the next year. I'm not saying it could happen, but I'm saying that it kind of presents that thing where you start coaching for the next year after you get to a certain point in the season if you've had a lack of success. You know? So I just think it opens up a can of worms. I know, is Brando for expanded playoffs?
Yeah. I think 8. I think 8's where he wants to. I think that's his.
That's, yeah.
Right there.
It will happen at some point.
Yeah.
Will it be 6 like the NFL? Will it be 8? You know.
Yeah. So there's also that to consider. Like EH said, what happens if you expand the playoffs, then do you lose the bowl games?
Yeah.
Not all of them, obviously, but you're going to lose some of them. Right. Right.
Yeah, there we go. Myrtle Beach has one next year.
By Boston.
What is? Yeah, because Yankee Stadium's got a bowl game. We got to have one at Fenway too.
Won't be long before Wrigley has one. Yeah. Got a sneaky feeling. And then know who's going to want one after that? Maybe a place where Paul McCartney played this weekend. What about the Dodger Stadium Bowl?
Don't at some point they have to stop.
Here's the deal. They won't stop until Shreveport, Mobile, Birmingham. Those games are gobbled up by metropolises and large, venerable stadiums. That's just the inevitability of all this stuff,
right.
Whether it's 15 years down the road, 30 years down the road, or maybe 5 years down the road. Football is reaching a nexus.
Myrtle Beach Bowl isn't until 2020.
It may never it'll be around for a year.
It may never be played.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you have these two morons who are behind Rogers outside drinking orange juice for whatever reason. They don't watch college football. The majority of people their age aren't watching college football. You know? The majority of kids that you're teaching, Adam, aren't going to watch college football on Saturday. And they're not going to grow up to watch it either.
Or they may just watch their
they're
team.
now throwing orange juice on each other.
Oh, good God.
This is their deal.
I hope not a lot of planning went into that.
It doesn't sound like there was any planning.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear that
Yeah.
And it's hot out there.
Or they're watching their team, but they're not like us, where we're like, all right, Big Ten's on at 11, and I'm here until
the
Pac-12's over at
closes
midnight.
it out.
Right.
Yeah, we're still in that mode.
Right. But that's not what this generation is going to do.
Right.
We were downtown yesterday. All of a sudden, 40 people showed up. All of them just going nuts on their phone. Well, there's apparently a new wizard Pokemon.
It's a Harry Potter version of the Pokemon app or something.
Something like that.
And so you can walk around and you got to find
And so
stuff.
apparently downtown by the riverfront, it was the hot spot.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were probably 15 people, morons age, and then some young couples with kids like 28, 30-year-old couples. All of them down there. They ain't watching the PGA Tour.
No.
You know?
They're definitely not watching that.
So, just telling you, football's got to realize there's a reckoning coming. And if they try to take too much advantage of that, everyone's going to always watch us, they're always going to stick around for us.
Right.
It's always going to happen. Brewer Quality Homes Super Summer Sizzling Sale coming up in just a matter of days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it happens. Some of the most amazing deals you will find on manufactured homes taking place this weekend, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City, Louisiana. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City. Everything Donnie touches turns to sold. Rogers and Adam and I will be back to wrap things up right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. If you're fishing, the last thing you want to do is to rebait your hook. But if you're getting insulation, a rebait is absolutely perfect. And right now, Brian Rapolo's Insulation has got a really sweet deal going on through the SWEPCO rebate program, up to 60 to 75% off. It is a no-brainer. I'm telling you, it is a no-brainer. Give them a call, 865-5113, 865-5113. Chillen Hill, Ashley Ridge in Shreveport, 798-4325. No better proponent maybe than the guy sitting next to me for cryotherapy in the chamber they have there, Adam. What is it that you feel when you step out of the cryotherapy
You feel
chamber?
refreshed. You feel ready to go back out for that next indoor soccer game or that next softball game. Maybe you've got a CrossFit competition coming up, right?
You're looking at me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would
that.
use it for after lawn mowing, after maybe a tennis game, maybe a little golf. It really is. Yes. It makes you feel refreshed.
Absolutely.
Chillen Hill. Sports World 8809 Juella in Shreveport, Louisiana is your local uniform professionals since 1973. That's right, since 1973 they've been taking care of your school uniform needs, your softball uniform needs, cheerleader, baseball, football, basketball, you name it. And for you refs out there, they've got you covered as well. They got the striped shirts, they've got the sunglasses, they got everything you need. Sports World, 8809 Juella, just off 3132. Hitting cleanup for us here on the Tim Fletcher Show, it's First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU Sports, 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, 9:54 the time. Giddy up. Baseball's back. Jose Altuve has been on fire, by the way. Grand slam yesterday.
You got your Friday night home run.
Heard about that. Yeah.
Yes.
So I've got a prize coming from something, from Tops.
For something. We
don't know what it is, but we got something.
That was awesome.
Yes. According to the police in Alabama, flushing drugs could create Alabama meth gators.
Now that's a movie. Meth Gator Week.
Tennessee police arrested a man after he allegedly tried to flush a dozen grams of drugs down his toilet, something police said could create meth gators in Alabama.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Meth gator.
Now, probably tongue-in-cheek on their police department Facebook page from the Tennessee folks. Don't flush your drugs, okay? When you send something down the sewer pipe, it ends up in our retention ponds for processing before it's sent downstream. Now our sewer guys take great pride in releasing water that's cleaner than what it is in the creek, but they are not really prepared for meth. Ducks, geese, and other fowl frequent our treatment ponds, and we shudder to think what one all hopped up on meth would be like. So there you go. Avoid the meth gators of Bama. Adam, 45 seconds. Got anything you want to get to there on the...
Yep, 318 would be an interesting concept to offer viewing of away games at home stadiums/courts by way of video broadcast, streaming to video boards, charge cheap price for tickets but have concessions. 318, someone who just heard that will make a movie about meth gators. And Johnny C says, Danger Boys yawn. Got to do better than that.
Yes, they do. They want to be Danger Boys. Don't be boring boys. Officer Payne, rest in peace. TLV Thomas LaValle, rest in peace. Hanging with Hester 1 to 3. Patrick Netherton 3 to 5. Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben, I think both today, 5 to 6. For Rogers, Adam, and I, thanks for listening. Talk to you tomorrow.
Sports World 8809, Juella in Shreveport, Louisiana, is your local uniform professionals since 1973. That's right, since 1973, they've been taking care of your school uniform needs, your softball uniform needs, cheerleader, baseball, football, basketball.